From the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, Sports Channel presents the Stanley Cup Playoffs, the Patrick Division Championship round between the New York Islanders and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh leads the best-of-7 series, 2-1. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our coverage this Saturday night as the Islanders try to get even with Pittsburgh, force the series back there as a best-of-3.
Diggs, the Islanders going back there, if they don't win this one, would be very difficult for them playing in Pittsburgh's backyard. But the Islanders have some things left that they can do. And some of the things they're going to have to do is take some chances offensively. They've got to gear things up. They've got to play 60 minutes of solid hockey, and they've got to play a lot of it in the offensive zone.
And can the Penguins deny them that, as they have so many other teams? And that's where the Pittsburgh story begins tonight. For Meineke Muffler, the Penguins' defensive and disciplined D is a big factor. They've given up only one goal against in the last 155 minutes against the Islanders, and only one 5-on-5 or even strength goal in this series. Tom, for Smythe, we're calling point 2 since Game 4 of the series between the Rangers and the Penguins last April. Tom Barrasso in the nets has allowed only 28 goals in 18 games. He has a record of 16 wins, 2 losses in the playoffs since then. And how about PPG, Pittsburgh plate glass? Well, they've thrown up a wall. It's maybe not all glass, but their power play has struggled. Second best in the regular season. Haven't scored in 12 opportunities against the Islanders, though.
They don't need their power play as much as the Islanders need the 5-on-5 hockey, Jigs. The power play of Pittsburgh can go along and not score because they have 3 solid scoring lines. And the D, the fact that you were talking about, they just don't let you have rebounds. They don't let you have those kinds of scrums around the front of their net.
Now for the New York Islanders story at 2, brought to you by Meineke Muffler, begins with jam the net. Guys without the puck have to get in front of Barrasso, create some screens, maybe get a tip or 2. Are they psyched out? 4 goals on 94 shots in this series? No, they can't let Barrasso psych them out. They've got to get 9 or 10 shots to get a goal, it seems. So they have to keep shooting. Point number 3, maybe a fluke goal, maybe a tip, maybe something strange will turn the momentum in their favor.
They've got to keep moving the puck at the net. I think that's the secret to that, Jigs, and you've got to look for the pucks to get loose, and you've got to be on it, you've got to be tenacious about it, and they're going to need all of the players doing it.
Now for British Airways, with daily non-stop service to London, the world's favorite airline. Here is the update on the scores to date. 3-2 Islanders, then we're shut out 3-0. Beaten here 3-1. Series Game 4 tonight. Back to Pittsburgh on Monday for Game 5 right here. We'll be back after this.
New York Islanders hockey is brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural. Proud to be your Bud. By Mobile Super Unleaded Plus, the detergent gasoline. By Nobody Beats the Wiz Home Entertainment Centers. For everything in home electronics, music, and movies, nobody beats the Wiz. And by Snapple Natural Beverages, made from the best stuff on earth.
Nassau Coliseum, the building is in darkness. You're watching the team live as they leave the dressing room, headed for the ice surface for game number 4 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Listen to this reception. Capacity crowd greeting this team, hoping that this won't be the last time they see them play at the Coliseum this season. Now let's get to Ed's keys, the important things to watch for in tonight's game. The Pittsburgh defense and the Islander D, and they've got to jump up, right?
Oh, they've got to, Jigs. They've got to add a lot of zest from behind the blue line up into the offensive zone. The Islanders need the offensive production from their defensemen as well. Talking about some of the chances that the Islanders are going to have to take, those are some of them. The Molikovs and the Curvers. The Nortons are going to have to spend a little more time up front trying to get around Mario Lemieux and obviously beating Tom Barrasso.
Yeah, the big guy is okay. There is number 66. Goaltending. Barrasso and Healy is the matchup again.
Glenn Healy has been spectacular. You're talking in your stories about the Smythe Trophy. If the Islanders get by this round, you've got to say Glenn Healy won the first round against Washington. He's played exceptionally well here against Pittsburgh. Done everything. Barrasso, they've got to find a hole in his armor. I don't know where it is, but they're going to have to find it tonight.
Maybe they can work their way through the Pittsburgh penalty killing, which has been excellent, outstanding in this series against the Islander power play.
It has, and you often wonder, is it the penalty killing that's that good, or is it the power plays that are fizzling? I think you have to give a nod to the penalty killers. I would do that anyway.
Both teams are ready. We hope you are too. We'll be back for the opening face-off right after this.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Joe Dewar has just completed his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Yes, the Sparklers are back. Yes, every seat is full. Glad you're able to join us this Saturday night on Sports Channel for Game 4. And here again, your goaltending matchup.
Tom Barrasso, as we would expect, is in goal. He has surpassed Gump Worsley now in wins in the playoffs. He needs one more to tie Tony Esposito for 11th place. You see the numbers this season, 6-2 and a 2 goals against average.
Is 13 lucky or unlucky? Glenn Healy's 13th appearance in the playoffs for the New York Islanders. His 21st in a career that dates back to Los Angeles. You saw his overall record and goals against. Tonight's referee is Don Koharski. Pat DePuzzo and Gord Brosiker work the lines. The Islanders in the white protecting the goal to the right have Kasparaitis and Huey Krupp on defense. Hogue in the middle with Thomas and Mullen as his wingers. Back for the Penguins, Stevens playing it to the left wing boards. Hogue trying to tie up Paul Samuelson. The puck comes loose for Mullen. Roy Mullen, Michelle Samuelson, and down into the Islanders zone. It deflected off his stick and is picked up by Krupp. Trying to get away from Stevens. Huey Krupp to Thomas. Couldn't one-touch it out of the zone, but now Kasparaitis gets his stick on it. Got it into the Pittsburgh territory. There's Ulf Samuelson. He got bumped by Thomas. Hogue left it for Thomas, waiting at the Pittsburgh line. Now he shoots it right on. And the play called, the Islanders were caught inside the zone when that shot was taken, so it's offside. Would you believe it was 5 years ago today that the boycott took place because of Don Koharski's problem in a playoff series involving the New Jersey Devils and the Boston Bruins? 5 years ago today that the regular NHL officials boycotted the game, and the Islander off-ice guys, including Jim Sullivan, who served as a linesman, were involved in that. Oh, how time flies. The Islanders have Ferraro in the middle now with Derek King on the left and Patrick Flatley on the right. Tippett is centering for Yager and Daniels for Pittsburgh. Daniels on the left, by the way. Murphy on their defense. Ramsey moves it out to center, and Dennis Vasky dumps it into the Pittsburgh zone. Derek King pushing around Murphy, gets to it. King centers, Ferraro didn't get it to Mike Ramsey. Now Ferraro sets up King for the shot. Glove saved by Barrasso.
Beautiful scoring opportunity for the Islanders. They generated that one. What a job by Ramsey on the initial attempt by the Islanders. Sliding save. Al Arbor wondering what's going on. Why can't my hockey team get a goal? Here's Ray Ferraro. He looked up, saw King. King pulls the puck back. There's the shot, deflected off the defenseman's stick. Bang, into the catching mitt. Tom Barrasso positioned himself just right. There's the rising shot, number 55. That's Larry Murphy. As he got a stick on part of the shot by Derek King.
He's matched his uniform number, 27 shots on goal in the playoffs. Still looking for his first playoff goal of 93. There is no score. The game just nicely underway. And the Penguins come up the right side, led by Yager. Hammer Yager to Tippett. In around the boards. Yager, there's Malakoff pushing at him. Yager turned and overcame Derek King. Flipped it through to Vasky. Vasky out of the zone. 3-on-3 at center ice. Flatley gets checked at the blue line. King races it after a loose puck. Lost it. Dave Tippett trying to clear it out. It's held in. Herbert's in off the right point. Left it for King. He shoots Barrasso to save. Big rebound, and the Penguins quickly clear that from the zone. Huey Krupp drops back to the Islanders. Krupp trying to go up the middle. The Penguins get the play onside. Here's Yager. He's got Straka out in front, but can't get the puck to him. Comes to the near side. Murphy back. Able to keep it in the Islander territory. Loney off the boards. Gave it to Yager. Spins it toward the net. Off Straka. Martin Straka, his rookie season, tried to center one that was tipped. Here's Stanton, who's playing in the place of Peter Taglianetti tonight, putting it back in the net. And that Up comes Patrick Flatley. Flatley to the center ice stripe and no further. Then he was able to get a stick on it and jam it down into the Pittsburgh zone.
Unusually long shift for Derek King.
Giveaway, David Bollock with the puck. Up the slot, and the shot went wide. Curvers darted in, thought better of it. Out come the Pittsburgh Penguins. Rocket down left wing. Offside as Tocchet got ahead of him, and then a big collision sent Samuelson to the ice. Well, Samuelson getting up slowly.
The reason I mentioned the long shift by Derek King, when you're trying to do too much, things haven't been going your way. Get a look at Nick Dakota, Rick Tocchet having a few words. Coaches don't like the players to take the first shift as a long one. Sometimes it gets your legs a little jittery. For the rest of the hockey game, you don't recover if you take too much out. A lot of the players, their first shift, it's been over a half an hour since they'd skated. Scotty Bowman. Here's the Penguins coach. Unusual that he wasn't out talking. Generally, before the hockey games, we get a chance to talk at length with Scotty Bowman. He was behind closed doors, either with coaches, with the players, all the time, prior and leading up to the hockey game.
An important contest between these two teams. Norton back on the puck for the Islanders. Jeff Norton up to Brian Mullen, through him, and it's on into the Pittsburgh zone. Shell Samuelson comes back. E. Thomas steps in front of him. It's the puck in the far corner, but there is Oak. Up to the winger and on to center ice. Getting it back is Curvers to Thomas on right wing. E. Thomas fires, off the goalpost as Curvers tipped it. Now comes round the boards, jumping away from Hogue, and the Penguins send Tocchet up the middle, but the pass just out of his reach, and Healy slides out of the net to play it around to the far side. That's Needham kicking it in deeper. Pushed off the puck is Tocchet. Brian Mullen comes to center and dumps it into the Pittsburgh zone.
Coming this way.
Penguins trying to come to the boards. Shell Samuelson gets it to center ice, and it's recovered by Mullen. Now back to Vaske. Pittsburgh in the middle of a change. Vaske sensing that, gave it to Travis Green. Back to Molotov, to the Pittsburgh line. Molotov, check, got it to the right wing corner, however, and Loisel chipped it in front. This is Brad Delgado for the Islanders. Delgado centers through Loisel. It bounces back to the point for Molotov. Fires off the side of the net, hit the post again, and it's loose at center ice. 3 shots to none. Islanders out shooting Pittsburgh. There is no score. Loose puck. Stevens shot it across the net. Delgado clears the zone. Loisel had trouble getting around Murphy. Francis taking it for Pittsburgh, dropped it back into the zone for Ramsey. First effort to get it out failed. And his second opportunity finds him moving to center and dumping it in. Healy out of the net to play it. Up by Stevens. Joey Mullen loses the puck. Here's Claude Loisel starting out. Loisel went cross ice, and the late penalty call to be made against Pittsburgh. The Islanders get the extra man as Molotov takes it behind the net and organizes the play. Molotov to Ferraro. Over center, on across the line. Ferraro drives to the net. Centers. Loisel couldn't get it. King set it up for Flatley, and it was blocked. Back to the blue line. Molotov goes cross ice, and as Stevens takes control of the puck, the first penalty of the game is called against Pittsburgh. There is no score.
Kevin Stevens is in the penalty box. The collision with Glenn Healy, I believe. Stevens held on to him. Here's Healy clearing the puck. There's Stevens. Gets a hold of his stick. Hangs onto it. Interference was the call.
So the Islanders with the man advantage. At the point, Curvers to Flatley, off Ferraro with the pass, and a shot down the ice by Tocchet, right to Healy. Tom Curvers will come back. He and Molotov on the point. Ferraro works with Flatley and King as the forwards. Ferraro on the left side. Into the Pittsburgh zone. His pass was picked off and shot down the ice by Tippett. Rick Tocchet into forecheck. Healy held the puck for Curvers. Up through King. On into the Pittsburgh zone, and Flatley gives chase. So Samuelson gets there first. 37 seconds into this Islander power play. Day in and day out, at home or on the road, you can always count on the great taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never lets you down, so make it a Bud Light.
29 points all season in 77 games. You can see his plus-minus leading the playoffs. Penguins in playoffs, +8. He's not there to get goals and assists. He's there to keep them out of his end of the ice. Although he does add occasionally a pretty good point. Not a bad passer.
Francis to take the draw. He has Ulf Samuelsson behind him and trying to go that direction with the face-off, but the Islanders control it now. Malakoff leading the rush. Back to Ferraro through center. Got it around the end boards. Barrasso lets it go to the corner. There's Flatley and Ferraro. Flatley back to Curvers. And it bounced off his stick. He shot it back in, catching Flatley offside, so they'll face it off way back in the Islander end of the ice.
It's an intentional offside, and it was a good one for the Islanders. The puck jumped over Curvers' stick. What's he do? It's out in the center ice area. He's got the two penalty killers bearing down on him. Take the offside. Don't give up the puck. Islanders doing some strange things now on the power play. Different kinds of passes, different patterns that they have not used in the past. A couple of bad passes. We've had two icings and an offside, all on this power play.
Nothing working. This is the 15th power play in this series. And one goal to show for them. Malakoff to Ferraro. Check at the line. Ho goes in after it. It's chipped away from him. Curvers will pick it up at center ice. Don Curvers turning away from Francis. Gave it to Malakoff. Vladimir Malakoff across the line. Fires off the wing and it hit Ulf Samuelsson. Immediately bangs it down the boards and the Islanders chase it once more. 35 seconds left in the penalty to Kevin Stevens. Not a shot on goal with the power play thus far. Thomas gave it right back to Curvers. Now to Krupp. Louis Krupp got it wide. Thomas in after. Barrasso plays it to the corner. Had a teammate there. You know the rest of the story. Chase it again. Knock it into forecheck as Krupp pulled up back in the net. Up the middle to Tom Fitzgerald. Left side to Hogue. Off his stick and Dave Tippett takes the puck. On to Tocchet. Tocchet chases it. Healy up to play it down the ice. This will be an icing against the Islanders. But Barrasso will play it to negate that. And out of the penalty box comes Stevens. Fitzgerald pinching in. Thomas gets tied up. Fitzgerald comes in again, and the Pittsburgh Penguins are able to clear it out. There is no score, no shots on goal with the power play, and there's Volek testing Barrasso. Gets right up in the air and held by Barrasso as it came down into that big catching mitt.
Pretty good shot by David Volek, a little off balance, but he got something on it. It's Tom Barrasso. A few things to say to the linesman. There's the shot. David Volek had room. There's the puck up in the air. Gotcha. Comes floating down like it was on a parachute. Gently nestled into the catching mitt of Tom Barrasso. You knew that he had a little trouble with it because of the move that he made. He made the move very quickly. It was an awkward move for Tom Barrasso, not the smooth gliding motion that we're used to seeing.
Still 13 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in this opening period. Travis Green is out with Brad Delgado and Claude Loisel. Dennis Vasky and Darius Kasparaitis on defense. Green won the faceoff. Loisel tipped it to Vasky. His long shot steered aside. And Jennings clears it down into the Islander zone. It was tipped, apparently, and Vasky comes back for it after Healy had handled it. Vasky right out in front of the net. Left side to Green. Loisel up the middle as Green dumps it into the right wing corner. That's Brad Delgado. Tied up with Daniels, and Loisel tumbled to the deck. Jennings on him. Yager sidestep most of the check by Green, and out comes Kjell Samuelsson. Into the Islander zone. He shoots Healy the save, his first of the night. And another one as it was left at the side of the goal. Now the Islanders move it out and off the boards, down the ice. An icing call to be made here as we still await the opening goal of game number 4.
No, they're not saving him for overtime. He has not had a shift in this hockey game yet. Will he come out for the second period? Will he be out in the first period? No one really knows. I bet Scotty Bowman doesn't know either.
Talking to their coaching staff before the game, they didn't know. Barry Smith said, well, we'll wait and see. If he doesn't play, Mike Stapleton will. And Mario is dressed, and here's David Volek dumping the puck into the Penguin zone. Ulf Samuelsson to play it away, and then he took a big hit from Tommy Fitzgerald. Meantime, the puck ends up at the Islander end, and an icing call against the Penguins. Boy, did Tom Fitzgerald step into him with everything.
Tom Fitzgerald is hit regularly in the playoffs. It was a rougher series against the Washington Capitals, but Tom Fitzgerald, he hits in this series the same as he did against the Washington Capitals. Boom. There's the hit on Ulf Samuelsson. It's like you never hit him, though. He never shows any effects, Ulf Samuelsson. You could hurt him, but he won't let you know it.
For Tommy Fitzgerald, let's send our Mother's Day wishes on his behalf along to his mom, Sharon, watching the game tonight. We'll try to get all the mothers' names in as we have time going along the board here, but Tommy said, oh yeah, probably tuned in tonight.
And we promised to do this only if they called home anyway. This does not keep them from making the phone call.
Ray Ferraro is at center ice here. He doesn't have to call anywhere. His mother is at the game tonight. In fact, his mom and dad are both here. Flatley sets up Thornton with a shot. Block. Thornton puts it out in front. Ferraro's been knocked down. Comes loose again, and Jeff Thornton gets to it. Then they get to him, don't they? Norton battling on the end boards with Stanton. Ferraro is taken down and rolls right to the goal mouth and covered by Tom Barrasso.
That's what the Islanders need. Get the Pittsburgh Penguins running around in their own end of the ice. Get them off their game plan. You can see that Jeff Norton down in regularly around the net. Taking a bit of a gamble, but you have to do it. Here's Norton. Good stop by Barrasso with the right pad. Puck back in front of the net. Ray Ferraro has been knocked down. Flatley tried to get to it. Look at all of the Penguins. Every one of the skaters is in front of the net, close. All 5 skaters pulled back to help Tom Barrasso. There was the first save, a beauty. And there with the puck in front of the net, now you'll be able to see them all. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. All 5 of the Pittsburgh Penguins are there in the scoring position in front of their net.
Now the face-off to the left of Barrasso. Travis Green wins the draw, but it got away from Curvers covering the left point. Tom Curvers hustling back with 11 and a half minutes to play in this opening period. Islanders out shooting the Penguins 6-1. There is nothing up in the board from either side. Curvers to Loisel. Onto the stick of Travis Green. Green through center ice with Norton and Delgado. 3-on-3. This is Thornton. Norton cross ice. Delgado was covered, and Troy Loney takes it back to the Pittsburgh goal. Loney looks up ice. He lets to carry the puck through center, then dump it in. Then Healy out to slow it up. Plays it to Curvers. Big collision here. The net comes off as both Tocchet and Loisel were coming back together. Hey, Islander fans, we'd like to introduce you to Pro Bear, a lovable bear standing over 2 feet tall, comes complete with authentic NHL uniform, stick, gloves, skates, and helmet. There's the address to send your check or money order to on the screen. It's available in all NHL team uniforms, so it makes a great gift for any hockey fan. It can be yours, as you see, for $79.95 plus $5 shipping and handling. Don't wait. Order today by sending a check or money order to the address right there. Pro Bear, Meadowlands Inc., 245 Patterson Plank Road, Carlstadt, New Jersey, and the zipper is 07072. Pro Bear, all dressed up, looks like you, 18.
Yeah, he's a right-handed shot also. Probably skates a little better than me.
On the dry here, the Penguins holding it in at the point. Murphy dumped it to the corner, and Darius Kasparaitis feeds it to Benoit Hall. Turned it over, Murphy from the line, and it just went wide. Steve Thomas can't get it out of the zone. Apparently he did, and Pittsburgh has dumped it back in offside, they rule.
Something that the Islanders can't afford in this game in particular, can't afford it in any hockey game, is just to give the puck away to the opposition's point man. Benoit Hogue must have thought there was an Islander standing behind him when that last blind pass behind him went directly to Larry Murphy, and he put it a half an inch outside the goalpost. The mind is always turning, always turning. Look at the fingers twiddling away.
He has set Francis to center ice to take this draw with Travis Green. He being Scotty Bowman, of course. Green wins another face-off. Huey Krupp moves up the right wing board. Into the center ice zone and across that Pittsburgh blue line. Left it for Loisel, and his shot was tipped wide. Francis plays it up the boards. Came outside the line. Delgado knocked it down. Bears get the play back onside. The long pass out of the zone goes to Francis. The rest of the way into the Islander territory where Healy turned it to Kasparaitis up the boards, but into the skates. Delgado and Francis battling. There's Stevens as well. And it's finally pinned long enough for a face-off.
Only one shot on goal so far for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Joe Mullen yelling back over his shoulder his discontent. The Islanders have 6. The Islanders have 2 others that are not counting right now in the shot department. They've hit the goalpost twice. Once by Malakoff. The other one by Tom Curvers, both defensemen. And then when you think of, yes, Jeff Norton down with a scoring opportunity taken away by Tom Barrasso. There's no question that the Islanders defensemen are trying to figure more in the offensive part of the game.
Got to jump up, join the rush, got to become more involved, and they have done a better job of jamming the net, as we called it at the outset tonight. On the draw, the puck has come out to center ice and shot right back in again by Jennings. Working with it behind the Islander goal. He and Curvers on defense. Pass to Curvers. And too far for Thomas. It's going to go the length of the ice. Shell Samuelson touches up and another icing call made. We played half of the opening period with one penalty called. The Islanders have outshot the Penguins 6-1, and neither team has put the puck in the net.
Interesting to watch Tom Barrasso as he skates around now. He does a lot of skating. Taking the puck down to face off in the Islanders' end of the ice. He was skating back as you see him now. Pretty active skating too. A lot of times goaltenders just kind of idly go one side to the other. He makes an effort to go almost to the boards on both sides.
The playoff series against the New York Rangers last spring, he gave up 19 goals in those 6 games and shut it down after that, didn't he? Fitzgerald to Norton across the Pittsburgh line, trying to get Samuelson turned around, and then his backhander is hit by old Samuelson and on into the seats.
Jeff Norton can use that speed. The Islanders need his speed, his puck handling abilities, and his shot, and now he seems to be turning it up a little bit more. This creates a lot of opportunity for the Islanders. Watch how it opens up the ice with this pass. Watch everything spread out now. He'll go outside, use the outside speed on Ulf Samuelson. Thomas trying to gain a position in front of the net. Benoit Hogue is skating in quietly along beside a Pittsburgh Penguin. Obviously doesn't want to get too close to the net too quickly, but you think he'd want to shake himself away from his check.
Now they do get a face-off into Pittsburgh end. Ferraro is up with King and Flatley. Mentioned Ray's mom, Anna, being here along with his dad. He called him a week ago. He said, want to go to a hockey game? He said, where? He said, here.
It's a long way. One side of the North American continent to the other.
So the Ferraros are here, and Anna will get to spend Mother's Day with Ray's family. Tippett wins this face-off, and Ulf Samuelson steps to the side of the net, goes up the left side with that feed, on into the Islanders' zone. McEachran went to the left. Nolikov over to clear the puck for Patrick Flatley. He gets checked at center as McEachran came back. And Ulf Samuelson lost it to Nolikov, who's over the line, but it's offside. A holding penalty as well being signaled, and it's on Ray Ferraro as he grabbed Ulf Samuelson.
Look at the signal by Ray Ferraro. A pirouette, took a dive, he said. How am I going to take down that big Hulk with my little hockey stick? Watch in the right corner, upper right corner. There's Ferraro. Oops, you were right, Ray. I'm waiting for one of the referees somewhere here in the playoffs to call that penalty.
I think he'll wait a long time, Ed. And look who's on the ice on a special team situation. Mario Lemieux. There's what he put up. Total of 25 minutes and 46 seconds in Game 3, 25 shifts.
Never took a face-off in the third period. His back was sore. Didn't want to put the extra strain on it.
And on the bench here for the first 10 minutes and 38 seconds of the opening period, Ron Francis hard in around the boards, up high on Healy. It bounces right back to him. Up it for Huey Krupp. Around toward Flatley. He gets bowled over. This is Francis. Slipped it right to Krupp. The Penguins will have to chase the puck. 30 seconds gone, and the penalty to Ferraro. Larry Murphy hooks up ice. The pass onto the stick of Kevin Stevens. Over the Islander line. Dropped it to Tocchet. Beats the blue line. That's Francis. Through Lemieux. Healy slows it up back in the net. Nolikov finds a seam, and down the ice it goes. On Barrasso. He shoveled it off for Murphy. Fitzgerald in the forecheck. Hogue is the other forward for the Islanders. This is Murphy. Hard in around the boards, and again Healy handles it. Nolikov, but it had been offside to begin with. Fitzgerald and Stevens are just getting back to their skates.
Excuse me, Jiggs. It's important for the Islanders to kill this off. Pittsburgh hasn't really had much of a territorial advantage or any at all in this first period so far. They've only had one shot on goal, and to let them get a power play and score a goal, the opening goal, would be a double dose of negativeness for the Islanders. They're doing very well right now. They've had numerous scoring opportunities, and as we pointed out a moment ago, they've hit the goal post twice. Derek King had a good scoring chance. Also, Jeff Norton had a good scoring opportunity. The captain, Pat Flatley.
This guy is playing the left point. Murphy is on the right. Francis with Joey Mullen and Jaromir Jagr, the rest of the Pittsburgh power play unit. Murphy, number 55, to Jagr. Across the line, played it behind Joey Mullen, who turns, slaps it off the boards, right out in front. Flatley is there. So is Molotov, and the Penguins will chase him. 28 seconds left in the power play.
Hey, Joseph.
Murphy from back of the net looks up ice, gave it to Joey Mullen. Mullen across the line with a pass to Lemieux, slips it back. Here's Murphy up the slot, shoots, Healy the save. Mario Lemieux chases it. Ryan Mullen stepped in front of him. Mullen slipping away from Joey. Back of the net to Dennis Vaske. Vaske comes to the boards, trying to get it out. Help from Flatley, and the Penguins chase it. They got one shot on goal with the power play, that by Mario. There is no score in the first period. Francis brings the puck towards center ice. Into the Islanders' zone, but was checked. Joey Mullen drives it after it. Fitzgerald took him off his skates. Tommy Fitzgerald high around the glass, up into the seats as the penalty has expired. Still no score, opening period. The Islanders and the Penguins, right here on Sports Channel. Here are the numbers, 0-0, Islanders and Penguins. 6-2, Islanders out shooting Pittsburgh. Face off to the right of Glenn Healy, and Travis Green will take the draw. Sean McEachran lines up for Pittsburgh. And again, Green wins the face-off, but stepping in quickly is Daniels. Curvers takes care of him. Norton got bumped. Battle along the end boards.
When you have both defensemen behind the net wrestling with two forwards, you better make sure you keep your man and not let him loose.
The play was allowed to continue. Loisel trying to move it up the left wing boards. A scuffle here with Needham, and finally Norton is able to free the puck. It bounces off Stanton, taken by Ulf Samuelsson. Off the boards, off Delgarno. And Delgarno gets knocked down. McEachran feeds Needham. Needham puts it in front. Now comes right back out again as it ended up behind the goal, and there's David Volek clearing the zone for the Islanders. 6.5 minutes to play in the opening period. Two-line pass, offside called against Pittsburgh. Let's take a look ahead to the intermission and some observations from Stan.
Well, Jiggs, my guess is going to be Dennis Vaske, and I have some observations about the Islander clearing. They've got to watch the left boards. It's not working so well along the left boards. Otherwise, they are playing a very good checking game. They got to get that first goal. Jiggs?
Yeah, that would be tantamount to a big plus for them. They haven't been able to get the opening goal in any of the 3 previous games.
Since the power play that Pittsburgh had, Jiggs, where they didn't really do that well on it, but they have been able to get back down into the Islanders' end of the ice regularly. Before the power play, it was quite the reverse. Let's keep an eye on the trend here and see if the Islanders can keep it where it is now in the offensive zone.
Penguins gain control of the puck. Shell Samuelsson got it out of there. Jagr feeds it to the right side. This is Troy Loney. Loney from a bad angle. Can't play it through Vaske. Vaske tying up Loney. Jagr is there as well. Referee Koharski lets them continue this battle for control of the puck. Loses up some valuable time, doesn't it? Finally, Jagr gets a stick on it, then is pushed to the ice. Now Samuelsson sets up Loney as he went back in the goal. Vaske is on him. Loney able to slip it. Now gets it back to the blue line. Shell Samuelsson to Grant Jennings. The shot went wide all the way back to Samuelsson. Shell Samuelsson dumps it toward Jagr. Turns away from King. Jagr walks off the boards with a shot. Into the pads and out and outside the goalpost. Harry King puts it back to the net for Vladimir Molotov. A scoring chance for Pittsburgh. It's Jagr, and now Derek King comes to center ice. Molotov is with him. Molotov off left wing, shoots Barrasso, knocks it down, and Jennings takes the rebound and clears it high in the air. Out into the Islanders' zone, but not far enough nor fast enough for icing. This is Casper Kasparaitis trying to get away from Stevens. Around the boards through Joey Mullen, but Murphy was there. Francis will play it back, and the Penguins set up again. Larry Murphy at center ice. Murphy to Mullen. Joey Mullen trying to center. Came through in front thanks to Francis, but wide. Here's Ramsey centering. Kick save by Glenn Healy, and Kasparaitis brings it up ice. On to Mullen. Knocks it back. Kasparaitis with a shot. Blocking left save. Holds the rebound. And Brian Mullen misses the net. Oh, what a noping, yawning abyss he had and couldn't put it in. Wow. Lady Luck continues to smile. Mullen is into the Islanders zone as the Penguins mount an attack. Ramsey lost it on the boards, and Kasparaitis plays it outside the line. Up steps Hogue, trying to get away from Francis, but then lost it. Huey Krupp slides away from Stevens. Hands the puck into the Pittsburgh zone. Barrasso up to handle it here. 8-4. The Islanders out shooting the Penguins. No score on the board. Pittsburgh is denied access at the Islander blue line. Back comes Curvers. Curvers dumps it in as three Penguins came back quickly. Wolf Samuelsson on the puck now. To the corner for Tocchet. Up the boards, and Martin Straka brings it to center ice. Into the Islander zone. The rookie dropped it back, and it's offside at the Islander blue line. Islanders nothing, Penguins nothing.
The Islanders can't complain. They've had the opportunities. There's the shot by Hogue. Look at the opportunity on the rebound. Mullen, the puck bouncing. Had the whole net to shovel it in. Shoveled it on the outside of the net.
Man, now the Islanders get out of the zone following the draw. Thomas has given it to Jeff Norton. Trying to get around Straka. Norton dumps it in. Also moves out to handle it. Left the puck. Samuelsson got tripped up by Loisel. Hogue centers. Thomas is denied. Another shot. Turned aside by Barrasso. Steve Thomas feeds Norton at the left point. Lets it go. Barrasso knocks it down. It's loose. And Tocchet moves it up toward the left side and now into center ice. Over the blue line is Daniels. They come up 3-on-2. Daniels a backhander. Healy to save. The net was crashed. No goal. Red light is on, but the net was clearly off long before the puck went in.
What a stop by Glenn Healy. He stopped the puck, he stopped the player. Almost think that it could be a penalty. Let's take a look. Good action here. Daniels' backhand shot ran straight in. I suppose being tripped up by Curvers led to him falling into the goaltender. Did he have a chance to stop? There's the shot. No, he was jammed from behind by Curvers. Drove Healy into the net. The goal does not count. The net was off the moorings.
This Saturday night before Mother's Day, Glenn Healy, the only Islander whose mother is deceased. His mother, Alice, passed away approximately 8 years ago. Why wouldn't she be proud if she were here to see this performance in the playoffs of '93, both the series with the Caps and, of course, this round with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tommy Fitzgerald to take the draw. Tippett leans in for Pittsburgh as Yager and Vasky fence a little bit. Verna Vasky is going to get to hear from her son Dennis as part of our first intermission tonight. Penguins get the draw. Samuelsson with a shot that's steered aside by Healy. Ferraro plays it up ahead. Here's Patrick Flatley at center ice. Got it into the Pittsburgh zone. Fitzgerald after it. Leads it out in front. Barrasso to play it for Tippett. And Tippett ties it into the Pittsburgh players bench with just under 3 minutes remaining in this opening period. New York Islanders hockey is being brought to you by Mobil Super Unleaded Plus, the detergent gasoline.
Here's the face-off that led to the last Pittsburgh chance. Dave Tippett wins it. There's the shot. It was deflected in front. Troy Loney, number 24, tries to go to the net. Puck is off into the corner. What a razor burn. I guess it's a jersey burn on the back of his neck, running across the whole back of his neck. He's got a burn from the sweater. You know, when they start tugging at each other in those scrums or in fights, somebody must have got a hold of his sweater and gave it a pretty good tug, because he's got this ugly red welt about a half an inch wide across the whole back of his neck.
Sure, that's what caused it, I hope.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever caused it, it's got to be sore.
Kjell Samuelsson backhands the puck out of there. Vasky hustling back for the Islanders. Tippett right on him. Vasky turns it up the left side, but to Kjell Samuelsson, his center's pad save. Yager is choked off. Nice play by King to cover him. Patrick Patrick Flatley takes a hit from Troy Loney, and now King has trouble getting the puck outside the Islander blue line. Yager backing up the play, but it's been frozen there long enough for a face-off.
There's where a save can get you into a lot of trouble. Healy makes the save, kind of an off-balance, awkward right pad save, and he sent the rebound directly in front of him. There's Samuelson, Shell, the shot. There, you see the pad save? Directly in front. The Islanders covering quickly. I believe that was Jaromir Jagr trying to get a hold of the rebound.
The Penguins, who had been outshot at one stage 6-1, have outshot the Islanders. Well, it's even 5-5 the last 10 shots on goal. Quick math. It's not the new formula of trying to arrive at an answer either. Each team has taken a penalty. Neither team obviously has scored on the power play. And here's Larry Murphy shooting it right to Huey Krupp and to Darius Kasparaitis. Went to the right side, and Ramsey clears it out for the Penguins. And Delgarno, and up here with Francis. Look at the battle in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Puck through Stevens, on to Joey Mullen. Shot from outside the line. Didn't get anything on it as his stick was lifted. Brian Mullen got to him. That's going to make Marion Mullen smile. She's here tonight. Mother of these two boys from the west side is out at the Coliseum watching this game.
I don't care who does it to you. It's always embarrassing. This case, it's brother on brother. Brian Mullen. Joey winding up to let a shot go, and he just moves the puck a foot and a half. So when he comes swinging through, nothing there. There's brother Joey.
And a couple of goals in this series. And a total of 3 in the playoffs of 93 as the Penguins try to three-peat.
Yes, he's looking for his 4th Stanley Cup ring. He already has 3.
Yeah, picked one up in Calgary, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Larry Murphy bouncing the puck toward the Islander line. Travis Green went back for it. Gave it to Darius Kasparaitis. One pass up the middle. Kevin Stevens dropped back. Lost it. Brian Mullen goes to the right side. Delgarno has to wait as Green got in ahead of the play. Huey Krupp will try his luck. Pass to Delgarno. Delgarno across the line, pulling to his half wing. Looks to Kasparaitis. Fired toward the net instead. Through everybody. This is Green. Travis Green. Wraparound doesn't work. Delgarno can't get to it. It's Stevens clearing it out for Pittsburgh. Here comes Kasparaitis with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this opening period. Now Huey Krupp handles the puck. Krupp to Thomas, steps over the line, shoots just wide. It comes rolling off the net at the 19-minute mark of this opening period. Still no score. Game 4, the Patrick Division Championship round. Tippett is through center. Into the Islander zone, to the left side. Things open up. Daniels with a shot, and the rebound is poked away before Murphy could shoot it. Thomas gets checked. Vasky clears the zone, however. Samuelson gets everything back on side and then dumped it in. Healy way out of the net to play it. Through Tocchet, fortunately for the Islanders, on to Brian Mullen. 3 Penguins back. Mullen dumps it in. Chasing it is Jeff Daniels. Thomas into forecheck, so is Hogue. Daniels around to the right side. Well, Samuelson backs it towards center. Here's Vasky with it now. Well, Samuelson gets checked at his own blue line, and he reaches back, takes Thomas down, and there'll be a penalty to Shell Samuelson. A little more bang-bang action back of the net as Shell Samuelson now heads for the penalty box. Loisel was in stirring things up with a couple of Penguins.
Another way to get a feel for what the Islanders are doing, taking chances. The right winger, there he is. Steve Thomas. That was the hook by Shell Samuelson on Thomas. Normally you'd say Thomas should be on the other side of the ice. The Islanders are trying to pour the offense to the defenders. In this case, Pittsburgh. So Thomas being in that spot and his hustle gives the Islanders a power play. 12 seconds remaining in the first period. So they'll have the opportunity, if they don't get it here, to come out fresh and start the second period with a power play.
Now being asked to get loud. Ferraro with Flatley and King, Kerbers and Molotov on the point. Ron Francis leans in. The puck kicked off Kerbers, back to Molotov, over to King for a drive. Glove save, and it's reeled back in and held by Barrasso. Higgins up as if he wanted to challenge Ray Ferraro, who had been pushed into him. Molotov. Margaret Flatley's son, Patrick. Getting his Irish up, isn't he?
Ray Francis taking issue with Ray Ferraro. Ferraro jamming at the net. Getting after Tom Barrasso. The Islanders have done it so much better in this game. Best in the series so far. Let's take a look at how this all developed. Here's the face-off. Ferraro and Francis. It wasn't cleared. Molotov. There's the shot. Into the glove. Barrasso didn't see it, and as he went down to protect it, Ferraro fell over top of him. Flatley has gone to the Islanders' dressing room. He getting one of the penalties.
Ulf Samuelsson gets the other end. Roughing penalties at 19:55. This is Flatley, Margaret in Toronto, tuned in via satellite tonight. Mother's Day tomorrow. All these guys won't forget. We promise, Margaret. Ferraro set to take the try here. Again, it'll be with Ron Francis. 5.2 tenths of a second remaining in this opening period. Both Curvers and Murphy had stepped in too quickly. Ferraro trying to pull the puck back. Curvers got it to Flatley, then through his skates, and it'll be shot down the ice after the horn. First period ends in a scoreless tie.
A good period for the Islanders. While they didn't come up with any goals, they sent the message they wanted to send to the Pittsburgh Penguins. King with a couple of scoring chances. Curvers hit the post. Molotov hit the post. Mullen had a great scoring opportunity.
Begin the second period with a power play of 1 minute and 48 seconds duration. Kjell Samuelsson penalized for hooking. Ferraro is in the middle. King is on the right side with Steve Thomas on the left. Vladimir Molotov and Tom Curvers on the points for the Islanders. Ron Francis in the middle with Joey Mullen on the left side. Larry Murphy has moved up from the point position to play on the right of Francis, and they get the draw back to Ramsey, the other Pittsburgh player on the ice. Watch the Islanders set up now. Molotov hard in around the glass. Spins all the way to the left side. Ferraro to Thomas. To the blue line to Curvers, into the corner, out of the reach of Ferraro, but King gets to it. Out of Ferraro, feeds the left point. Curvers lets it go, and that was blocked. They'll end up in the seats. Derek King led the Islanders with 3 shots on goal in the opening period tonight. And in the penalty box, both Samuelsons, Kjell serving a hooking penalty. Ulf went off for roughing, along with Patrick Flatley, with 5 seconds remaining in the opening period tonight.
Good opportunity here for the Islanders. 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining on the penalty. Face-off in Pittsburgh's end of the ice.
Hard to believe that this is only the 3rd game in 58 Stanley Cup playoffs of 1993 that saw neither team score in the first period. 3 scoreless first period games now, thanks to this Islander Penguin opening draw. Curvers plays the puck around behind the Pittsburgh net. Barrasso taps it up the boards, but King is there, trying to feed the point. Francis stepped in smartly, and the Penguins come out 3-on-2. Joey Mullen drives over the line, lost it in the skates, and there's Francis driving through, and Healy steers that aside. Ray Ferraro brings the Islanders up 2-on-1. Ferraro, the King, shoots. Barrasso the save. Reacted a little slowly, but still managed to stop it. Thomas to Ferraro, back of the net. Around the boards toward Thomas. It was tipped, and Murphy gets a stick on it, and down the ice it goes.
Even the referee is getting in on the act and helping break up the Islanders' power play.
Now a long pass to Ferraro is offside as Molotov spotted him, but not in time to make the play work. 44 seconds left in the penalty to Kjell Samuelsson.
Frustrating for Ray Ferraro. Frustrating for the Islanders' power play. Derek King with a one-timer had the opportunity. He did get it on the net. He seemed to shoot it back in to Barrasso. Here comes Barrasso across the net. Down on one knee, got the left shoulder on the high shot.
Derek's mother's name, he shortens it to Ina. It's Helena, and she's tuned in tonight via satellite. Yeah, I'm sure she knows as well as Derek, as the day before Mother's Day, that he would like nothing better as a Mother's Day gift for her and to help him as well. But Alina, if he can get this power play goal or anything in this game, it'll be for you.
He was telling me before the game, Jigs, that one of the fans, somebody that follows his career very closely, had made up a series of his goals. He said that he had almost all of the goals as he scored as an Islander that were available, and there was a tape of them all, and he was watching them. Talk about positive reinforcement.
And that's something that the Montreal Canadiens did with Patrick Waugh, saying, if you play goal like this, now, like you did about your rookie season, things might be a little different. He watched the tape, said, I was challenging more, doing things rather than trying to outthink the shooters. Here the Islanders are down to the final 19 seconds of the power play, and Derek King one-touched the puck, but didn't get it in deep, and Murphy dumps it down the ice. Molotov taking it from Healy. Looked up ice, decided to carry the puck down to the final 5 seconds of the power play. Slips away from Tocchet, then gets checked at the line. And Mike Ramsey forces it down into the Islander zone. So Kjell Samuelsson has been released. The Islanders fail to do any business with their second power play of the game. Penguins checked at their line. Derek King giving the puck to Molotov. Off the boards to Thomas. He's surrounded. Gold can't get to it. It's loose at the Pittsburgh line and played back towards center ice. Heffron moving up. Over goes Kasparaitis to dump it in. Paul Stanton back on the puck here. Another New England boy. Stanton's pass will off Holt's stick. The Penguins jump on it quickly and shoot it down the ice. Kasparaitis to touch up. Unless Yager beats him, and he does. Jaromir Jagr got there first. So the play continues, and the Penguins hold it at the Islander blue line. McEachran moving in on Fitzgerald. Now Jagr unable to center from the corner. Kasparaitis up to Brian Mullen. Meekly to Fitzgerald, 2-on-2 at center. Jumping up in the play is Krupp. Takes the pass. Krupp to Fitzgerald. Got checked as he tried to turn around. And Hull can't recover. Up comes Loney. To Jagr. Jagr slipped away from Krupp. He shoots. That's deflected over the glass and on into the seats.
Good move by Tom Fitzgerald. He came up quickly after being caught up the ice. Got back in time. Jaromir Jagr slipped a check and then caught from behind by Tom Fitzgerald in the act of shooting. Take a look at that play. There's Troy Loney to Jagr. Look at this move around Uwe Krupp. But just as he gets ready to shoot, determination. Gets back quickly, Tom Fitzgerald. As he improved a great deal, he gets more and more ice time, Jigs. Going back to the run for making a playoff position, Al Arbor started to need him more, use him more. He got better with the ice time through the Washington series. He improved, and here he is playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins and has effective shifts night after night.
Yeah, he's filled so many different roles for this team this season. Maturity coming to the fore. Penguins are chased out of the Islanders zone. That's Delgado racing down the right side into the middle. Loiseau tapped it right to Barrasso, and the Penguins get a big break. A puck rolling on Loisel. Now Stevens misses the pass as Molotov jumped up. Molotov to Loisel. Green trailing. They don't penetrate in the Pittsburgh zone, and back comes Joey Mullen shooting it off. Vasky waiting at the Islander line. Loisel on to Green. 3 Penguins back. Travis Green goes rink wide to Delgado. He shoots. Barrasso drops it off after making the catching glove save. Kjell Samuelsson is able to tip it out of the Pittsburgh zone, and there's Krupp setting it up for Vasky. And it's Vasky. Right side to Uwe Krupp across the Pittsburgh line. Krupp in a little deeper. Fires. Missed the net. Comes back toward Flatley. Into Ferraro. Out to Flatley. Reaching for it. Can't get it to the line. Straka drags it down the right wing boards. Tocchet is with him. Tocchet with the puck now. Centers. That was off Healy's goal stick. Comes Flatley. On to Derek King. King across the line. Set up Flatley for a shot. Barrasso's got that, and there's no further play. And still, we look for the opening goal of this game.
Islanders continue to hustle. They continue to get scoring chances. Here's the pass. Claude Loisel had to take it off his skate. The puck wouldn't lay down for him. Bounced, rolled. They finally got a poke at it. But Barrasso, looming very large in the net, stopped it.
Loisel just won the face-off. Now he gets knocked down, sets up Thomas, and went off his skates. And Murphy moved it to the right, then right back to McEachran, and the Penguins to the Islander line. Tip it with a shot that bounced it off. Jeff Norton. And he puts it in the corner. Krupp moved it from there. Thomas spotting Hogue down the left side. Murphy backs in. Hogue shot. Skate saved by Barrasso. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It was the story of the game prior to this, and the Islanders have done that. 18-7, the shots on goal, and a 0-0 hockey game.
6-0, the shots on goal here in the second period, and the Islanders have had some pretty good chances. They're creating them for themselves.
Now Rick Tocchet shoots from the blue line. Booming pad save by Healy. Norton slipped away from that hit that was attempted by Loney, and now Thomas plays it around to the far side. Kjell Samuelsson into Yager. Jaromir Jagr, that long reach, couldn't get it on target. Jagr after his own rebound. Bumped by Coop. Norton has to move a glove that's on the ice and gets the puck ahead to Coop. Breaking to the middle is Hogue. Hogue leaning into him is Kjell Samuelsson. On comes Thomas. Slipped it out in front. Off Coop's stick. Right to Jennings. Jennings tugs it to center. Hogue brought back. Kjell Samuelsson picks up the puck and banks it off the board. Stevie Thomas to Fitzgerald across the line and onside, but can't get around Jennings. Kjell Samuelsson came back to help. Samuelsson dumping it down the boards into the Islanders' zone. Kasparaitis will touch up, and that's an icing against Pittsburgh. Now some jostling after the whistle. Mick Vukota off the bench getting into the play here.
Islanders, Jigs, are just plain out hustling. They're out skating the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's what they're going to have to continue to do. Luck will come their way sooner or later. They're going to keep getting chances. Here, beautiful pass by Steve Thomas deep in his own end. Benoit Hogue hasn't seen this kind of open ice. Last second, Barrasso got his left pad on it. Here's the shot right along the ice. Boom. Beautiful stop. Beautiful action. Great camera work. What a view. Makes you feel like you're sitting down there behind the net.
Benoit Hogue being denied by Tom Barrasso. Benoit's mother's name is Jeanette. We wish her a happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Benoit is back at the bench. Jeanette back in the province of Quebec. An update, by the way, speaking of Quebec, Vincent Donfus has scored the goal for the Montreal Canadiens and a 2-1 lead now over the Buffalo Sabres. Here's Darius Kasparaitis, pulls up back of the Pittsburgh goal, little off balance, regains it. Tried to put it out in front, couldn't get it through, while Samuelsson and the Penguins are out of the zone. Joey Mullen working on Vasquez. Stick save by Glenn Healy. Vasquez rounds the net, moves it up toward Brad Delgarno. Francis pinching it on him. Now Darius Kasparaitis overshot it, reaches back to knock it away from Francis, and it comes off the glass. Vasquez with it here. Up off the boards. Away from Samuelsson. Stanton at center ice goes cross ice. Joey Mullen has dumped it in. We played 6.5 minutes of the second period, still no score. Loose puck in the Islanders' zone. Daniels races it after it. Can't get it to Francis. Kasparaitis to Delgarno, and out of the zone it goes. Rick Tocchet back on it, gave it away to Green. Travis Green into the Pittsburgh zone. Off right wing, a blast. Pad save. Mullen, couldn't get to the rebound. Delgarno did, and Joey Mullen and Brian Mullen. And up come the Penguins. Tocchet across the blue line to Murphy. Shoots, that just missed. Back in the Pittsburgh zone. Brad Delgarno is down on the ice. Obviously a lot of pain. Out comes trainer Ed Tyburski to attend to Brad Delgarno. His mother's name, Colleen. Tuned in via satellite dish up there in Ontario tonight.
He was stretching out, Jigs, when he got hit. Here, watch Delgarno's right leg. Ooh, you know what that is? That's a hyperextended right knee. You see it trying to force it back against the back of the knee? That stretches everything in the back of the leg. Sometimes you can shake that off. Generally, it's not serious. He may be able to keep going. The Islanders can ill afford to lose someone like Brad Delgarno, who's an in-your-face guy. He's one of the reasons that Kevin Stevens, as much as the Pittsburgh coaching staff won't admit it, he's one of the reasons that Kevin Stevens has not been effective in the series, because Brad Delgarno's been in his face for 4 games now, 3+ games. He's hit him, he's checked him, he's hounded him.
And you think of that hit that Delgarno delivered in Game 1 on Mario Lemieux. Shortly after that, Lemieux left the game. Norton weaving down into the zone, can't get it through to a teammate. Now Kerber's covering the right point, moves it toward Flatley. Straka on him, and the puck ends up back of the net. Ramsey puts it into the corner. There's Ferraro centered, turned aside by Barrasso. And it'll come to the left side at center ice. Daniels gets checked at that point. Martin Straka drops it back. This is Larry Murphy. Pulled it away from Ferraro. Steps over center, not into the Islanders' zone. Murphy with a pass that was behind Straka. Norton gets checked back to the net, but Flatley backs him up. It comes right out to Murphy. Murphy at the dot. Can't get a backhander away. Tries it again. That drifted wide of the net. Rocket trying to pull it out in front. Healy covering the left post. Has the puck, and there's no further play. 12:13 left in the second period. What do you have to do to score, huh? It's certainly not by numbers, is it? Through the season, it was an average of a goal about every 10, 11 shots for the New York Islanders over 84 games. Rosso has put up a stone wall or a PPG, Pittsburgh plate glass if you want. Unbreakable glass as it turns out. Jennings back in his own zone. To Loney. Loisel knocked it away, and then Loney had to go back. Turns it into the corner. Molotov had pinched in. Tippett went over, gave the puck to Jennings. Now to Loney. Picked up by Hogue as he comes through center ice. Hogue taking Loney to the boards. Nice play by Loney. Back to Shell Samuelson for a shot. Healy the save. Yager the rebound, and he couldn't get it through Molotov. Out comes Hogue with Yager tugging at him, and he took him off the puck. Wolf Samuelson plays it down the boards. It came right back toward Hogue. On to Loisel. Rod Loisel with a booming shot off the catching glove. Loisel left it. Here's Vasky pinching in. That's cleared from the goal mouth by Shell Samuelson. Loisel gets to the puck. Back to Hogue. His pad save turned in by Barrasso, and the Penguins dump it right down to Glenn Healy.
The Islanders have got the Pittsburgh Penguins icing the puck. Now we've got Thomas behind the play trying to get back on side. A lot of chippiness coming into this hockey game, Jigs. Benoit Hogue speared Ulf Samuelson.
Face-off is coming back toward the Islander blue line. There is Ulfie. What a great chance Yager had just a moment ago to give Pittsburgh the lead.
Glenn Healy was down. He had made the initial save off a shot from the side. There's Healy. Here's Yager turning. There's the puck. Watch Molotov go down as a goaltender. Make the save. Good job by Molotov. Good stop by Healy initially. Here's the same play again. Healy made the stop. There's the puck. He doesn't know where it's going. He can't control that part of it. Molotov helped him out.
Vladimir's mother's name is Lydia. I don't know whether Eurosport will show up in Moscow carrying this game or not, but happy Mother's Day to Lydia Molotov. Francis back in the Islander net trying to center. Kruk knocked it down. Got it to Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis puts it in the center ice zone. Francis will drop it back for Ulf Samuelson. Ulfie skies it down into the Islanders zone. Icing will be called as Kasparaitis touches up. Well, the Mets lost this afternoon. They're back on Sports Channel America Monday. The New York Mets taking on the Florida Marlins. They were beaten by the Marlins 4-2 today. They'll host the Marlins Monday night at 7:30. The pregame show, Mets on Deck, begins at 7:15 live on Sports Channel America.
Jed, you were talking about shots on goal by the Islanders in this series so far. Now it figures out that the Islanders, with their 4 goals on 115 shots, that's 1 goal every 29 shots. That works out to be just about what they're doing. 1 goal every hockey game. Not enough.
No, not enough at all. Green, Delgarno, and Mullen. Delgarno back out there after that collision, that knee-on-knee thing earlier. He takes Francis into the boards. Ryan Mullen couldn't get a stick on it. Francis does. The pass off Mullen through Joey Mullen, and then he's able to pick it up. Ryan comes back to clear it for the Islanders. Nearing the midway point of the second period. Still no score in the game. Joey Mullen has dumped it in. Healy left it for Kruk. To Delgarno. Delgarno takes a hit as he moves it towards center ice. There he is. Kasparaitis has the helmet from popping off. Here to see if Ron Francis. Meantime, Travis Green goes to the right wing boards, gets tangled up here. Delgarno forces the puck loose, and Murphy takes it back to the Pittsburgh goal. Larry Murphy to Joey Mullen. Francis with him at center ice. Kasparaitis poked at the puck. Now Francis in after it. Ronnie Francis gave it to Murphy. Kasparaitis had him lined up. Arias with a long pass to Travis Green. Green dumps it into the Pittsburgh zone, but over the glass, and there is a penalty call to be made. Referee Koharski has one of the Penguins picked out here. High stick is the signal.
Penguin door is open, awaiting the body. That's going to get the 2 minutes for high sticking. And the Islanders, who have kept the heat on here in the second period, it's Larry Murphy going into the penalty box for high sticking. Game getting a little bit chippy. Islanders frustrating the Pittsburgh Penguins. The longer they can keep that on them, it's almost as if I'm talking as if we were in Pittsburgh. Almost as if Pittsburgh is the team, and I guess they are, but the Islanders are bringing it to them pretty good. Some frustration on the part of Pittsburgh, some stick work going on, and as I had mentioned before, Benoit Hogue. Good thing he didn't get caught. Out and out jabs right into the midsection, the point of his stick into Ulf Samuelsson.
The picture of Scotty Bowman a moment ago wasn't a very happy face, was it? But then, of course, his team could be up 7-0, and Scotty wouldn't look that happy then either.
Something he and Al Arbour have in common, along with a whole lot of other things. That's one of them.
This is the third power play of the evening for the New York Islanders, and Ferraro brings the puck over the Pittsburgh line, giving it to Derek King. King sent it back to Molotov. His shot tipped just wide as it came off flatly. Shell Samuelsson moves up, didn't get it out of there. Ferraro goes back to the net, knocked away by Ulf Samuelsson. Shell is checked. Curvers trying to feed it toward the net. Now Derek King into Flatley, back to King. Ferraro out in front. They go back to the net instead to Flatley. Out on a backhander. It's in the catching glove. Barrasso holding it. Ferraro slapped him with the stick. Barrasso turns, looks at the referee, hoping that Ferraro will be going to the penalty box, but they'll just have a discussion instead, and Ray will wear Tommy out in that department.
He's actually apologizing, I believe, Jigs, and he may mean it, he may not mean it, but he did accidentally get the stick up on Barrasso. Derek King passed, Flatley looked up, saw Ferraro, went to backhand the puck. There, he's got it. Ferraro actually gave the hand a tap. You see Tippett knock the stick out of Ray Ferraro's hand. The stare of Tom Barrasso, and the noise meter is peaking out.
Still 1 minute and 24 seconds left in this Islanders power play. Remains Ferraro, King, and Flatley as the forwards, with Curvers and Molotov on defense. Ron Francis has pointed out a bit of debris on the ice that's recovered by linesman Gord Brosiker. Game 5 in the series, Monday night at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. We'll have it for you on Sports Channel beginning at 7:30 Eastern Time. Ferraro wins the draw. Molotov steps up for the puck. It's tipped off Francis, I believe. Anyway, it's out of play. Well, apparently it didn't hit Francis. They're going to bring the puck outside the blue line for the ensuing face-off.
Islanders still have 1 minute and 20 seconds in this power play. They've had one shot on goal, a weak one that Barrasso had no problems holding on to. Get a look down the bench. Mario Lemieux, still a part of the team on the bench. Only a power play shift. They've only had one, and he was on the ice while that power play was on. They got 2 shots on goal.
The Islanders with the power play effort here. The puck comes back to Molotov. Can't get it to Ferraro with that pass, and the Islanders are forced out of the zone. Vladimir Molotov. King, one touch to pass to Ferraro. In off the board. Shell Samuelsson chases it. King took him into the boards heavily. Ray Ferraro can't get it to Molotov cleanly, and Ron Francis dumps it down right to Healy. Now 52 seconds in this power play as Flatley takes the pass. Comes across the Pittsburgh line, trying to weave his way through traffic. Gets chased to the boards and sends it back to Curvers. Now Molotov, one-time it nuts off the stick, comes bouncing right up in front. Off goes the net. Barrasso has it well out in front of the goal line just to make sure.
Flatley jammed Samuelsson. There you see him. Number 28 is back to you. Jammed him. He hit the net, knocking it off its anchors. Didn't work out to be in the best interest of the Islanders. That was Molotov's quick shot. There's the puck off the top of the net. There's Flatley. There's the puck. Bang. There's the net.
It'll help from Ulf, huh? 8 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in this second period. More importantly, from the Islanders' standpoint, 36 seconds left in Larry Murphy's high sticking penalty. They've had 2 shots on goal with this man advantage. Al Arbour concerned about how the net was dislodged. Now the positioning of his power play unit. David Volek, Benoit Hogue, Steve Thomas, Jeff Norton and Huey Krupp out on the ice.
See Al Arbor yelling at the referee. He's yelling back. Points to the linesman. Drop the puck.
Hogan Tippett on the faceoff. It went off Thomas right to the side of the net and covered now by Tom Barrasso. High drama. Game number 4 of the Patrick Division Championship round. 11 years ago tonight, Al Arbor had his Islander team all cranked up for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final right here at the Nassau Coliseum. It was against the Vancouver Canucks in a game that went to 1958 of the first overtime period. And Michael Bossy scored. The Islanders went on to sweep the Canucks in that series, but it was 11 years ago tonight. A 6-5 overtime win here. Oh, down the left side. Shot it wide of Barrasso's net. Krupp comes in off the point. The puck back to Volek. Holds it. Feeds it across to Jeff Norton. Norton in deep. Centers. It was behind Thomas. Now up to Volek. A turnaround shot doesn't go through. Volek with it again, but the whistle has sounded. I wonder why. Could it be that Don Koharski lost sight of the puck?
I don't know how he would do that, James, but obviously that's the only answer that there is right now. Koharski too quick on the whistle. Take a look at that action. Here's Jeff Norton trying to get it to Thomas. Interrupted. Francis got to it. David Volek to the net. Rebound missed by Thomas. And that's when the whistle blew. David Volek grabbed the puck. Watching the back of the shot. Don Koharski's positioned on the other side of the net. There's the play out in front. There's the turnaround shot by David Volek. Koharski has the whistle up. The puck is a good 15 feet away from the net.
5 seconds all that's remaining in the Pittsburgh penalty. Travis Green with Delgarno to the right. Brian Mullen to the left. Francis beat Green on the draw. Shell Samuelson gets it around the glass. It bounced off Kasparaitis. Murphy is back out on the ice. 7.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Islanders nothing, Penguins nothing. Travis Green got it across the line. Samuelson got it out of there. Now Mike Ramsey steps up, spins it toward the Islanders zone. Garno trying to make the play. Ramsey broke it up and fires it down into the Islander end of the ice. Healy will leave it for Kasparaitis. On to Green. One touch the puck toward Brian Mullen. Mullen dumps it in. Delgarno goes in after it with Francis. Francis got there first. Right side to Yager. Kasparaitis bumped him, but here's Stevens. He's onside. Coming in off right wing. Shoot. Pad save by Healy. Green clears the puck to the boards. Delgarno picks it up. Gets checked by Yager. Yager dances it on Healy. He scores! Jaromir Jagr.
Another one of the beautiful puck-handling players of the National Hockey League. Jaromir Jagr, the 21-year-old, grabbed a loose puck in front of the Islanders' net, danced in and beat Glenn Healy. Healy made the initial save, a beauty. But here, stripping Delgarno from the puck, he went to his backhand and easily beat Glenn Healy. A 1-0 lead. A huge lead in this kind of a hockey game as you watch Jaromir Jagr just gently tap the puck into the open side of the net.
Only his third season in the National Hockey League, this 21-year-old Czech. It's the Penguins on the board at 13-12 of period 2. 1-0 Pittsburgh. They lead this series 2-1. Brad Jennings playing the puck down into the Islanders zone. Vladimir Malakov back for it. Up the middle, it went off Volek's stick. Off Samuelson, can't get Daniels open. Here's Jagr once more. Jagr to McEachran, the pass behind Daniels. And as Vasky moves it on towards Steve Thomas. Hogue moving up with him. 2 Penguins get back. Thomas to Hogue. Hogue into the middle of the ice. Looks for somebody to give it to. There's Volek. Walked in and can't pull the trigger. Volek slips it out in front. Knocked away. He and Murphy go to the boards. Down goes Murphy. Volek takes the puck loose. Center. Thomas with a shot that's blocked. And there is no further play. The Penguins won. The Islanders nothing. All of this action is on Sports Channel.
A lot of series or season highs for himself, Jaromir Jagr. Most goals he'd ever scored, 34 this year. Most assists he'd ever had in a year, 60. And most points, obviously, 94.
He's just scored his 4th goal of the playoffs. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Flatley played the puck to Curvers. Pad save Taken down was King in his pursuit of a rebound. Play allowed to continue. Ferraro drops it back for Tom Curvers. Up now to Flatley. Cross ice feed. Ferraro chases it into the zone. Cuts in on Barrasso. Can't tuck it by him. Ferraro gets to it again. Turned it toward the corner. Eric King and Shell Samuelson tie up. All Samuelson moved the puck to Tocchet, but not out of the zone. Norton's shot is blocked, and Barrasso will cover it and get a face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. You know, there's only one thing better than a New York Islanders win, and that's celebrating with a nice cold Budweiser, the king of beers.
There's the rink-wide pass. Ray Ferraro picks it up, comes in. He's going to go to his backhand here, try and tuck it in. There. Look at the job by Tom Barrasso using his stick to knock it away from Ray Ferraro. Poke checking it. Ferraro got in tight, wanted to be in tight. Ferraro let him get in that close before he used his stick to knock it away.
What a story this guy has become. #1 draft pick by the Buffalo Sabres right out of high school. Didn't mature quickly enough for the management there.
No, and he's coaching him now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was the general manager, president, general manager, and coach of the Buffalo Sabres.
Kasparaitis following the draw, slipped the puck, couldn't get it to Delgarno, and here's Larry Murphy up ice to Stevens. Stevens working on Krug. Krug takes Stevens away from the puck, and Delgarno moves it out for Brian Mullen. Mullen, cross ice, Kasparaitis is over the line, taken down, play allowed to continue, Travis Green gets to the puck. Plays it around to the corner for Brian Mullen, lost it to Joey Mullen, and it's out of the zone on Murphy's stick. Stevens with him on the right side. Murphy holds it, drops it. Here's Francis with a shot that didn't get through Green. Big collision with Stevens, and then Kasparaitis puts the stick into Stevens. Referee Don Koharski pointing to Stevens, who's down on the ice here.
Kasparaitis gave him a shot. The referee is only pointing at Stevens. He thinks Stevens is now saying, me, I got a penalty. Ron Francis takes a drop pass from Stevens. There's the shot, but look at Stevens. Just run over top. Watch what happens here. Darius Kasparaitis. Boom. Now watch what Stevens does. Bang. Somebody just picked him off. Well, the acting by Kevin Stevens did not draw a penalty to Darius Kasparaitis, so the Islanders go back onto the power play.
Power play #4 in this game. Pittsburgh leads 1-0. Kasparaitis, Curvers, I should say, on defense along with Molotov. Tom Curvers drives it in from center ice. Barrasso takes it back of the net and shoots it out of there.
That's what you can't do with Tom Barrasso. You can't let him handle the puck.
Molotov to handle the puck here. Takes the shot and brings it over the line offside. That little hesitation trying to freeze everybody. Didn't freeze the Islanders. They're offside with 1 minute and 32 seconds left in the penalty to Stevens.
It's at these times in the hockey game that the power play has to work for the Islanders. 4.5 minutes remaining in the second period. There's the numbers on Vladimir Molotov. He hesitated. He came up the ice. Everybody in a white uniform expecting Molotov to shoot it in. This time, one of the few times he didn't. He held the puck. They went offside.
Rowell in the middle. King on the left, Flatley on the right. The Islanders gave the puck to Curvers, to Molotov. Fires, glove saved by Barrasso. Again, right up at the top of that goal crease.
That's an easy stop for a Tom Barrasso, Jiggs. It's actually an easy stop for any NHL goaltender. What Molotov hasn't learned how to do yet is to take the puck. He did have time, hold it, or move down deeper, let some of the Islanders get to the front of the net, and then shoot it. But I suppose if you're an Islander, you don't want to be in there either, because if he lets it go, it'll take your foot off.
He wasn't the shooter when that CCS squad, the unified team, his defense mate, Yushkevich, who now plays for the Philadelphia Flyers, was the guy expected to shoot the puck. All Molotov was supposed to do was get it to him. Well, the Islanders get the puck to him, then back to King. Eric King to Ferraro. King drives to the front of the net. The shot, to score!
Watch Ray Ferraro. You'll get an idea of what he thinks about it. It doesn't matter. The fans love it. The Islanders love it. Ray Ferraro loves it. It doesn't matter how it gets in as long as it's legal. And the Islanders needed a break. And here they get it. From the corner in the bottom of your screen, there's the shot deflecting off the defenseman up into the net. The defenseman happened to be the defenseman of the Pittsburgh Penguins. There's King down low to Ferraro. Watch just around the top of the goal crease. There's one deflection off the goalie into the net. Tom Barrasso. Now watch here. Watch Ray Ferraro. Hands in the air. Well, okay, I'll take it. He's looking at Barrasso. Now he looks at King. He's probably saying to Barrasso, ha-ha. It's been all your way up to here, but now maybe things will turn around.
One of the stories tonight prior to the game was just keep shooting. 28 shots to get one in, and it went off Murphy's stick, the defenseman. Just anything to gain some momentum, a fluke goal, and that, I guess, could fall into that category, couldn't it? The Penguins into the Islanders zone. Krupp kicked the puck away from McEachran, and falling, hits it out toward Benoit Home. Back to Huey Krupp. Krupp stick handling at center ice. Pulled back a little bit by Daniels, but he was still able to propel it in deep. Hogue after it. Here's Thomas laying it to the side of the net. Murphy gathers it in. Leads the rush for the Penguins. The game is tied 1-1. Jeff Daniels to McEachran to Yager to the backhand. Healy to save. Asparitis didn't get it out of the zone. Mike Ramsey dumping it back in the net. There's Yager. Spins it out in front of turnaround by McEachran. Healy's got it. It came loose for only a moment, then right back under the pads of Healy. How do you do?
What a stop by Glenn Healy. He just took a chance. He dove. He made a mistake and he knew it. He was out of the net and he stayed too long. Then when he got back to the net, Pittsburgh had the puck, had possession of it in front of him. It was not pretty, folks. It was awkward looking, but he got there. Here's Healy behind the net. Now all of a sudden he knows he's in big trouble. Turning, shooting, McEachran. What a stop. There's the puck. Healy finally got a left hand on it, shoveled it out. Kasparaitis sits on the Pittsburgh Penguins forward, and the play stops. There's Daniels, number 20. He helped tie Healy up somewhat. Look at Healy. Not pretty. There's the puck. Let me get to it. Daniels tries to poke it in.
Now Claude Loisel follows through as we come back to the live action. Loisel has dumped the puck into the Pittsburgh zone. Delgarno into forecheck. So is Travis Green. Pittsburgh moving to the Islander zone. Joey Mullen, who will guest with Stan Fischler on the second intermission, gave it to Stevens, and a cross-ice pass is tipped. And Delgarno moves it out. That's Brian Mullen going up the left side, but the Penguins turn it right back into the Islander zone. Baskey to Mollicott. To Mullen. Brian Mullen dumps it in. Oh, Shell Samuelson there to get it to the line. Stevens down. On to Ron Francis. Francis to the Islander blue line, gets checked at that point. Mollicott feeds the right side. This is Delgarno. Delgarno looked rink wide, then tried to shoot one that was deflected. Mullen goes back to the net. So does Delgarno. Delgarno to Green. Oh, he couldn't tap it by Barrasso. Delgarno plays it off Mullen skates. Curvers can't get to it in time, but he'll recover at center ice. Tom Curvers. On to Flatley. He's backhanded the puck into the Pittsburgh zone. Barrasso leaves it for Rolf Samuelson. 2 minutes to play, period 2. Rolf Samuelson off the boards, over the head of Loney. Rivers gets to it in the Islander zone. Tom Julie watching tonight. We wish her and the rest of the mothers, members of this team, a happy Mother's Day. Head is off down to the Islander end of the ice, the reason for the play stoppage. And now Tocchet and Loney try to get a little jostling going.
There's Jeff Gordon, and Tocchet started that incident in the Islanders' end of the ice. Islanders still frustrating the Pittsburgh Penguins, particularly now that they've tied the score up just prior to the Pittsburgh goal by Jaromir Jagr. The Islanders doing a wonderful job. They'd had them tied up. They were getting scoring chances on Tom Barrasso. The Islanders were initiating the game. They were hitting more. They were outskating Pittsburgh. They still are. Mario Lemieux still sits and watches, waiting for the next power play.
And how tough must be, not just to watch, but to get a chance to play then, as you like to call it, starting a cold engine. Can't be easy, can it?
It can't be easy, particularly when you have a sore back.
Here's a shot from the point that's turned aside by Healy and goes out of play. A minute and 42 seconds remaining in the second period. Ariel leans over the boards.
You never know when he makes moves such as the one he is now, whether it's relief for his back to lean forward that way rather than sitting. The way he plays the game, I was thinking the other night, and I may have mentioned in Game 3, about he reminds me so much of the way Jimmy Brown used to react. You never knew really whether or not he was hurting. He just did everything at his own pace.
Here's the update from Buffalo, where the Canadians have taken a 3-1 lead. Defenseman and former Sabre Kevin Haller got the third goal. Flatley is across the line here for the Islanders. Shoots one, the Parasso flags out of the air. Dropped off. Stick came up into Ramsey. A penalty to be called against the Islanders. Referee Koharski wants to see if Ramsey is cut. I don't think he is. It will be a minor penalty on Claude Loisel.
It's a high sticking penalty. Claude Loisel was there. I saw Tom Fitzgerald go by quickly, but somebody got the stick up, and it looks as though it is. You're right, Claude Loisel. I thought Tom Fitzgerald was the player closest to him. Watch down in the bottom. There's Fitzgerald. You see the stick? Yes, it was Tom Fitzgerald as he grabs the puck. The referee got the wrong guy there. One whack. There's the stick in. Loisel never did get his stick on Mike Ramsey.
Claude's mother, Denise, is here. She'll know that it wasn't her son's stick. It was somebody else's, won't she? Claude Loisel, as Mama has mentioned, Denise is at the game tonight. Paul Samuelson, who wouldn't play on the power play anyway, has gone to the Pittsburgh dressing room. And Mario Lemieux is on the ice. Here is Brian Mullen trying to go back to the Pittsburgh goal. Put it out in front, and Barrasso steered it neatly right onto the stick of Francis. Then to Murphy. Up to Yager. Couldn't hold it, and Brian Mullen, after taking it from Baskey, dumps it down the ice. Only the second power play of the game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, who've been outshot 2-1 tonight. 30-15. Yager is into the Islander zone with Lemieux coming in. Yager's pass is tipped just wide of the net. Now it's centered to Murphy. Can't get a stick on it. Good job by Fitzgerald, but Yager picks it off here. Fitzgerald took him to the boards. This is Joey Mullen. Long centering pass off the boards. Francis into Joey Mullen. Centers to Lemieux, who's tipped by Molotov. And Holt sends Fitzgerald through center ice. Bobby Fitzgerald with Francis getting back. Fitzgerald to Holt, and he shot it wide. Holt steps out of the corner. Centers off Barrasso's goal stick. Joey Mullen with 19 seconds in the period. Didn't get it out. Fitzgerald with a chase. Scores! Tommy Fitzgerald!
The cruel irony of the whole play is that Fitzgerald should be in the penalty box, not scoring the Islanders' second goal, giving them a one-goal lead with only 16 seconds remaining in the second period. Fitzgerald stole the puck, and he ripped a tremendous shot. Where does Tommy Fitzgerald get off, looking like Vladimir Molotov?
You hit it right on the head. He should be sitting in the box instead of Loisel, as our replay showed. But at 19:43 of the second period, only his second playoff goal ever, Tommy Fitzgerald, shorthanded, has given the Islanders a 2-1 lead. 3 shorthanded goals, 2 power play goals, and 1 even strength goal in the Islanders' arsenal in this series with the Penguins.
Do you think these fans aren't loving it? Tommy, excuse me, Jakes, Tommy Fitzgerald for county executive. No offense, Thomas. Thomas Galata, we know you're probably here at the game. We got to have fun with it. Here's another look. That could have almost been a high stick. Stole it from Yager, of all people, and then whipped it. Beautiful shot, top left corner.
So it is 2-1. The final 12 seconds tick down here at the end of the second period. Pittsburgh had taken the lead. The Islanders tied it, and now they lead as Murphy fires it toward the net. That'll do it for the second period. Listen to this crowd. They've seen the home team put 19 more shots on the net in the second period. And they head to the dressing room with a 2-1 lead. And
just look at the walk. You can tell what's going on with this hockey game. That's Tommy Fitzgerald, Darius Kasparaitis, Derek King. They're all walking quickly. Thomas, Curvers, Loisel, here they come. Brad Delgarno, Travis Green, Baskey, Molotov. I think the little guy in the mask must be Healy. Mick Vakota, Hogue, Mullen, Krupp, Flatley, Volek, and the backup goaltender, Mark Fitzpatrick. You could tell by their walk if you didn't know what was going on.
And Violet ordered without a dress for that. Robert.
2 feet tall. I know who it is now, Jig.
Healy, huh?
No, Gary Howard. And Howdy, if you're listening, don't phone me up. Or if you do, call me collect so I don't have to accept it.
The puck immediately into the Pittsburgh bench following the draw, so it'll be faced off in the Islanders' zone. Tommy Fitzgerald, who has given this team a 2-1 lead. Loisel still taking a hit. 27 seconds remaining in his high sticking penalty to start this third period. And there is Mario Lemieux. He's out with Francis and Tocchet and Kevin Stevens. Lemieux will play the right point, Murphy the left point. Fitzgerald on the draw with Francis. Fitzgerald wins the faceoff. Back goes Kasparaitis. Tocchet takes him to the boards. Kevin Stevens and Krupp go to the end boards as well. Molotov lost it to Lemieux, to Murphy. Centers, tipped in front of the net. Nobody able to get a stick on it. Now Kasparaitis on a great play. Up to Fitzgerald. Over the line. He shoots. He scores! 2 short-handed goals. Same shift. 15 minutes apart.
Now that's a smile. That'll have all of the record-keeping people diving for the books to see when was the last time in a playoff game a player scored 2 short-handed goals on the same penalty. Stevens had a wonderful scoring opportunity, but here goes Tommy Fitzgerald. He looked to his left, saw Benoit Hogue, said, wait a minute, Benoit, you haven't been doing so good lately. I'm taking it myself. I'm taking it home. And he did. He took it home. He beat Tom Barrasso in exactly the same place he beat him the last time he had the puck on his stick, which was a last period. Same penalty. The Islanders have a 2-goal lead. Tom Fitzgerald. 2 goals tonight, both shorthanded, both on the penalty to Claude Loisel, who's in the penalty box serving his penalty.
42 seconds after he had given the Islanders a lead late in the second period, he has extended it to 3-1, and Loisel's penalty is over. Sharon Fitzgerald, wherever you're watching in New England tonight in the Beantown area, need I say happy Mother's Day from Tom. The Islanders just gave the puck away, but are able to recover. Brian Mullen got knocked down. Steve Thomas up the right side for the Islanders. Thomas, who has had a bit of a scoring problem. The touch is left in this series, but he has dumped the puck in. Out at center ice, Dennis Baskey plays it up the boards through Straka, through David Volek as well. Darius Kasparaitis had the assist on that goal by Fitzgerald. It was his diving play that moved the puck up. Now the Penguins fail to get it out of the zone. Tom Curvers dumps it in toward the corner. Here's Steve Thomas. Thomas, around the check, comes through in front. He shoots. Barrasso makes the stop. And the Penguins shoot it down the ice, curling right to Glenn Healy. Healy plays it to the right wing boards. Curvers after it. Tom Curvers picks it up and starts out. Up to David Volek. Checked at the line by Shel Samuelson. Well, Grant Jennings gets knocked off the puck by Volek's check, and Benoit Hogue is grabbed and turned around by Jennings. Play allowed to continue. Hogue screaming at referee Koharski. In time, Jeff Norton nudges the puck toward Patrick Flatley. On to Curvers through his skates. Derek King fires a long shot that's wide. Navarro chases it to the right wing boards. Tucked it into the corner. Needham was back, and the Penguins just get it to center ice. Kasperitis with it here. Offside as he moves into the Pittsburgh zone. Darius Kasperitis with the assist on that goal by Fitzgerald at the 25-second mark of period number 3. And it's 3-1. Islanders over the Penguins. It's a club record for the Islanders with 4 shorthanded goals in a playoff series. 2 in the opening game, which they beat the Penguins 3-2, and here tonight they have a 3-1 lead. There is Sharon's boy, Tommy.
I guess in one of the hockey games not too long ago, I was talking about Tom Fitzgerald, much like I have been talking about him tonight, in a most positive way. Came by in the locker room, or in the hallway in front of the locker room before the game. He said, "Thanks for the nice words, 18."
Oh, no more Mr. Westfall, huh?
Well, occasionally. I think he's getting more familiar with the idea that he can call me 18 now.
Oh, the puck is straight across the goal line and in the net, and Glenn Healy is out protesting to referee Koharski, but it was off a skate across the line, and it's 3-2.
Islanders putting up a bit of an argument there. They think that the puck was directed with the skate. Koharski, he's over now at the off-ice officials. Doesn't appear to be anything that he's going to do about it. Thomas is asking him, are you going to have any kind of a replay? And Koharski's explaining to him why he's not going to do that. Al Arbour's wondering why they're not going to do that. What a tough break for the Islanders. The puck looked like it was harmlessly in the corner of the rink. Troy Loney off the skate. It could have been off one of the Islanders' skates, off the goalpost to the left of Glenn Healy, and into the net. So the Islanders had a break. There it is, off Claude Loisel's skate, off the goalpost, into the net. It's now 3-2. Don Koharski explaining it now to Al Arbour.
2:32, the time of the goal. Troy Loney, unassisted, his first goal of the playoffs of '93. Here's another look at it.
Watch the puck now as it comes out. Watch the feet. Here's the puck coming out. Healy missed it. There, it hit the toe of Claude Loisel's skate. And with Healy back in the net where he had to be at the time, guarding against the right goalpost, it got by him.
Norton takes the puck out of the air after the Penguins had tried to dump it in. Norton failed to get it out of the zone, however. Now Tocchet tries to put it out in front. Does. Loney is checked by Thomas. The left point, a drive gets through, and it's all even. 3-3 as Tocchet tips the puck by Healy.
The goal that made it 3-2 was a bad break. The goal that tied it at 3-3 was a bad play. The Islanders had possession of the puck. Pittsburgh in 21 seconds have tied the score. There, the Islanders had possession of the puck. They coughed it up. There's the shot. It was deflected, and it was an easy tap-in for Rick Tocchet. Healy had to commit to the puck coming from the point position. There it comes. He had moved his left leg, his balance gone, the puck on Tocchet's stick, an open net, and he easily shoveled it in.
Loney at 2:32, now Tocchet at 2:53 of this third period. The game is tied 3-3. Vladimir Malakov's clearing effort ends up in the Islander players' bench. So the situation is this: 3-3 at the Nassau Coliseum. Back-to-back goals by Loney and Tocchet. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders are tied 3-3 with just under 17 minutes to play in the third period. Penguins, Larry Murphy moved the puck to the left side. Mike Ramsey chips it up in the air into the Islanders zone. Vasilevsky around the end boards, and Molotov takes control of the puck. To Flatley. Left side for King. Dragged it away from Murphy, who reached back to knock it down. King chasing it. To the corner by Ramsey. Flatley moves it back. Here's Dennis Foskey. Shoots off for Russell. King on the rebound. He scores! Gary King. Finally, it's in the net. And Helena King, wherever you're watching tonight, happy Mother's Day from number 27.
This goal's for you. Derek King, his first playoff goal, period. What a timely one. He and I having a conversation in the dressing room before the hockey bothering him greatly. There's the shot, there's the rebound, bang. Look at here, a hop, skip, and a jump. Finally, that's what he's saying, finally. He was under a lot of pressure. He was telling me about the tape, the positive reinforcement. He wanted to try anything. He was uptight, there's no question. I tried to convince him that just go out and play hockey. It does not work in your way. Try it another way. Give loose. Play like you don't care.
5 goals in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. A 2-on-2 rush. Delgado is over the line. And Paul Samuelson backed in and then flipped it high and wide. Ryan Mullen to Travis Green as he came out of the corner. Green held it at the line, then dumped it in. Delgado there, so is Paul Samuelson. To Kevin Stevens. Group stepped into him. Penguins move it on. Joey Mullen to the left side. That's Francis. Centers one in front. And Samuelson, who jumped up in the rush, couldn't complete the play. Healy grabs it and holds on to the puck. Saw Huey Coop joining the rush at the other end of the ice. Huey was telling me, there he is, big number 4 as you look at Barrasso. Huey was telling me that his mother, Ingrid, gets to see a few of the Islander games on Eurosport.
All right.
Saw one of the Washington games with the Islanders. I know she won't be tuned in live tonight, but if this makes Eurosport, sometime after Mother's Day, the big guy here, Huey, was remembering Ingrid in Germany.
Well, this place is a rockin'. The scoring opportunities, wonderful saves at both ends of the ice, a soft goal or two by both teams, and the place has been going crazy here in the third period.
I'm sure a whole lot of mothers of Islander players and Penguin players too tuned in tonight across our coverage, thinking now that all those early morning trips to the hockey rink and those skating sessions and those tiers and tying skates and doing all the things that mothers do when dad's busy elsewhere, they're all worth it. Molotov can't get the pass to Yager. Healy out to play it toward Steve Thomas. He was well covered. Yager turned it back. Jennings from the blue line. His shot rattles around and ends up on the left wing boards. And while Hogue can't get it out, Yager with Hogue kicking at it. The Penguins to the side of the net. Yager had it poked off his stick. And the net is off behind Glenn Healy. That's the reason for the play stoppage. New York Islanders hockey is being brought to you by Mobil. Mobil One synthetic motor oil. Isn't your car worth the extra protection? There are only a couple of mothers of Islander players that I haven't mentioned tonight. Sheila Norton, Jeff's mom. Sheila's son has had another strong game. Laima Kasparaitis, somewhere in Lithuania tonight. Spelled L-A-I-M-A. Darius's mother, I doubt, is tuned in. But you know who is home alone watching the game on satellite television out in Western Canada? Donna Vakota, Mick's mom. Mick's dad is here at the game. And Donna Vakota, with the coordinates for the satellite dish, was all tuned in before Pop came east, I understand. And I haven't mentioned Dorothy Thomas, Steve's mother, I think, and Linda Green, Travis's mother, is at the game, as they say. That should pretty much do it. Islanders lead by a score of 4-3. Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Baby Bear, Yager dragged the puck to the front of the net. Then Thomas comes away with it for the Islanders. Rubbed out on the far boards, able to recover. Oop. Pushed it back to Kasparaitis. That by Kekrin as he got to center and dumped it in. And Kasparaitis puts the glove into Yager. He tried the hip check and it didn't work. Now he's trying to goad Yager into taking a penalty as well. And referee Koharski has only one signal here. Shel Samuelson just swung the stick into the shin pads of Steve Thomas in this melee. Officials, I don't think, detected that, or did they?
He saw it, Jiggs. Whether he calls it or not, I don't see any signals or any motions from Koharski that he was going to call Shel Samuelson for whacking the shin pads of Steve Thomas. Kasparaitis. Oh, wow. I guess so. That could have drawn a 5-minute penalty. You see what Yager's going to him? Pointing at his head. That makes Kasparaitis even madder. He's saying, dummy, that's a dumb penalty. That's what Yager's telling Kasparaitis and pointing to his head.
Well, it sets up another short-handed situation for the Islanders. Third power play of the game for the Penguins. The last time they had the man advantage late in the second period and on into the third is when Fitzgerald hit for a couple of short-handed goals. Yager won't be out at the start of this power play, as you see. Mario Lemieux will be. 0 for 14 on this series. Regular season against the Islanders. Pittsburgh had a sputtering power play too. Only 3 goals on 32 chances during those 7 regular season games. Under 10%.
Pittsburgh gave up 19 shorthanded goals during the regular season, tied with the New Jersey Devils for the most in the league.
Now they're into the Islanders zone. Kevin Stevens back to the net. Centered right to Healy as it came off Malakoff's skate.
Amazing how many times the puck goes off somebody's skates and heads for the net at the Islanders' end. There's Kevin Stevens. Take a look as that puck comes out. There's the play, goes behind the net. Kevin Stevens shovels it in front, hits a defenseman's skate, Vladimir Malakoff, and deflects back to Healy.
Mentioning 19 shorthanded goals against in the regular season. With the 2 by Fitzgerald tonight, 5 shorthanded goals given up by the Pittsburgh Penguins this early in the playoffs. 4 in this series. This is game 4. They've come in pairs. Fitzgerald on the draw, wins it, beating Francis. Vasky took Stevens to the boards. Tocchet is there as well, tied up with Coop. Puck into Vasky skates, onto the stick of Coop and out of the zone. Larry Murphy will chase it back. Just a little more than 14 minutes to play in the third period as Murphy parks back to the net. Comes out looking to make the play. Ed carries it to center. Went off the heel of his stick, shanked it as he got it into the Islanders zone. Healy around through Lemieux, reaches back, gave it to Tocchet, out to Lemieux. Or Stevens rather, what a great stop by Glenn Healy. Was Mario. Murphy pinching in. They move it to the corner for Tocchet. Tocchet with Coop pushing at him. Now Murphy sets up, hard around the boards to Mario Lemieux. Lemieux puts it out in front, Stevens scores! Game tied 4-4.
Now you get an idea of why Mario Lemieux stayed in the hockey game. If it was only for power plays, he made it work that time, giving it to his favorite, Kevin Stevens. And Stevens, standing at the top of the crease, just one-timed it. Beautiful pass, beautiful wrist stop. In front of the net, Vasky there gets shoved from behind. There's the shot by Stevens as quickly as it got there. And the Pittsburgh Penguins have a power play goal. Murphy down in deep to Lemieux. He turns. Oh, look at the shot on Vasky. I suppose we could easily say Stevens should be in the penalty box, not scoring a goal. But that's the way it works in this game. Sometimes it's a 4-4 hockey game. Kevin Stevens.
Only his 3rd goal of the playoffs in '93. He's had bronchitis toward the end of the season, some respiratory problems, has had difficulty breathing. He's had some difficulty shaking Brad Delgado in particular in this series. But the power play works and the game is tied 4-4. Norton puts the puck into the middle of the ice. Wolf Samuelson gave it away to Flatley, to Ferraro. Goes to the left side. Norton picks it up. He's on into the Pittsburgh zone. Shell Samuelson came back to pinch into him. Ferraro from a sharp angle off the stick of Ferrazzo. Samuelson feeding Joey Mullen, and the Penguins come to center. Mullen down the left side into the Islanders zone. Lost control of the puck. Norton feeds it out toward King. Out of Curvers to Ferraro's across the line. Ray Ferraro drops it back. Derek King shot it immediately, and that missed. Norton taken to the boards by Mullen. Thomas couldn't get a stick on it. Out come the Penguins. Pass to the left side. Too far for Needham. Steve Thomas nudged it back toward Tom Curvers. Curvers just laid it out of the zone. Murphy shoots it back in. The Penguins get the play on side here. Curvers parks back in the net. Up it goes off Ferraro's stick. 12.5 minutes in the third period. Game tied 4-4. Thomas can't clear it from the zone. It went to the corner. Loney is checked. Now Needham tries to get it to Yager. Back to the point instead, and that sails over the glass and into the seats off Ramsey's stick. At the Nassau Coliseum, Penguins and Islanders 4-4. Well, no sooner did the New York Islanders get a couple of third-period goals in this series than the Penguins come up with 3. matching what they'd put up in the third periods of the first 3 games of the series. Game here is tied 4-4 as we watch Huey Krupp come to center. Fires one just wide of the net. Volek driving for the rebound. Laid it toward the corner. Murphy out to Tocchet, off him. Recovered by Volek. To Krupp. Out of Kasparaitis. Trouble finding it. David Volek clears the zone, and Ramsey will go back for Pittsburgh. Mike Ramsey up the middle to Mike Needham. Krupp knocked it away. On to Thomas. His pass was tipped, however, and Tocchet feeds it on into the Islander end of the ice. This is Huey Krupp. Steve Thomas. On to Benoit Hogue. Hogue pulls up at center, made the pass to Volek. Dropped it back. Kasparaitis with a shot. Rebound is there. Volek can't out-battle Francis for it. And the Penguins move it towards center ice. Kasparaitis after a collision with Tocchet. Later to the Pittsburgh line. Murphy goes up ice. Jagger chasing it into the Islander zone. Tangled up with Molotov, who takes him down solidly. And here is Hogue. Hogue tripped up at center. Hogue slow to get back. And bothering him again the way he goes to the Islander bench. Meantime, the puck is deep in the Islander zone. Jagger slipped back in the net. Francis couldn't drop it for him. Here's Dennis Vasky playing it through Jagger. Got out of the zone. Jagger's got it here. Centers to the line, and Ryan Mullen was over to clear it. Now Molotov gets it up to Mullen at center ice. Ups it into the zone. Streaking in is Molotov. Right in up Barrasso. He scores! The Islander defense had to jump up on the play. This is joining the rush, as you said before the game, Ed, and it has worked.
All the other things didn't work. The Islanders' defensemen weren't doing it in the early games. But what a jump. Molotov there as he moved the puck up. What a beautiful pass here, Mullen, as he drifted it out, laid it out flat, and the speed of Molotov, the reach, the power, and he just tucked it underneath. Underneath, it bounced up into the net. Look at this pass. What a beautiful layout pass. It's flat, it's on the stick, and here comes Molotov using his long reach. There, went off the sprawling, diving Tom Barrasso into the net. The Islanders have taken a 1-goal lead halfway through the third period.
It appeared that there was going to be a penalty against Pittsburgh. That negated with the goal by Molotov at the 9:11 mark. Islanders 5, Penguins 4. 3-on-3 at center. Flatley with the puck. Into the Pittsburgh zone. Flatley checked on the boards, but Ferraro was backing him up. Couldn't regain control of the puck, however. Tippett. McEachran, he can't go anywhere. Ferraro got pushed off the puck, and here is Joey Mullen for the Penguins. Stops it around the boards. Off Healy's stick. Flatley leaves it on the right wing boards. Out comes Tom Curvers. Left side to Derek King. King's big handling. Carried back by Straka. King, who has a goal in tonight's game, to Ferraro, to Flatley. He gets checked at the Pittsburgh line, and the play is offside. Islanders lead 5-4, no matter what happens here tonight. Game 5 will be at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh on Monday night, and we'll have it for you beginning at 7:30 on Sports Channel. Monday from the Civic Arena, Game 5 of the Patrick Division Championship Series. Will it be tied 2-2? Will Pittsburgh lead 3-1? That's what will settle over the final 10 minutes of regulation time here, and who knows beyond that.
Well, there's been 6 goals in this period. No more than 5 goals have been scored in any of the first 3 games.
You look at Vladimir Molotov over at the Islander bench. His mom, Lydia, has to be impressed with the numbers he's put up in the first season in the NHL. He has a goal here, obviously, and an assist tonight as well. As Ed and I have said so many times, he can be one of the dominant players in this game in the next season or so. Kasparaitis chasing the puck back for the Islanders. Up to Krupp, out of the zone to the feed to Thomas. 3-on-2, but the pass to Hogue doesn't work. Hogue chasing it, got pushed away. No icing. Thomas drives in after it, up to Hogue. Knocks it down, gets pushed around a little bit. Here's David Volek. Loney takes him to the boards. Volek fed Thomas. Trying to step away from Ramsey. Up come the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is Martin Straka. Straka in his rookie season. Coast to coast to Tocchet. Tocchet a backhander. Glove save. Healy has it outside the goalpost.
Tocchet has been such a force for the Pittsburgh Penguins at both ends of the ice. What a catch he was when they traded to get him. Let's take a look. The speed of Martin Straka. Here he races up through the middle of the ice. The Czech player, 20 years old, fed it to Tocchet. There's his backhand shot. That was an easy catch for Glenn Healy as he stabbed it out of the air. He was actually expecting a little harder shot and didn't get it. But he'll welcome that every time.
Now he looks to see that Jaromir Jagr is out on the ice. There's number 68. And the opening goal of tonight's game. One of our searches in Pittsburgh Monday will be for that Jagr ice cream bar. Stanton with a shot. He scores on a deflection. 5-5 tie.
It's an emotional game for the fans, for the players, for everybody involved. Did Ron Francis get a piece of the shot? Stanton let go. Let's take a look at the action. The pass back. Pretty good coverage by the Islanders, but here's the shot. A deflection in front, and Healy with the puck changing in front of him. It changed direction. There's the puck as it heads back. Grabbing the puck, letting it fly. There's the deflection about 7 feet in front of Healy. Before he could see it, it was by him.
So the game is 5-5 now. And the Penguins are back into the Islanders zone. Up the slot, Jagr checked. Francis gets checked as well. Chasing it is Claude Loisel. Stevens on him. The puck goes to Francis. Wheeled it backhand in front of the net. Delgado went over to clear it out of the Islanders zone. The Penguins are back quickly. Stanton getting a chance to play. Taglianetti with some back problems. This is Jagr in off right wing. Rounds the net, centers, and Mullen was there to knock it away from Francis. Once more, it's Jagr. Can't get it to Francis this time. Flatley turning on Francis. Drops the puck back in for Tom Curvers. Now to Dennis Vaske, but out of his reach. It's loose at the Islander line. This is Jagr, right side to Tippett. Dave Tippett shot it off the skates of Vaske, and it ends up in the corner. Patrick Flatley up off the boards, held in by Tippett, and Jagr dumps it back in the Islander net. Healy leaving it there for Tom Curvers. On to Ray Ferraro. Ferraro is out of the zone. Steps over center ice. 4 Penguins back, so he flips it toward the corner. Flatley in after it. Patrick Flatley unable to center. Ferraro gets a stick on it. Needs the point. This is Norton with a drive to change direction. Ferraro tries to put it in front. He scores! Gary King! It is 6-5.
They're coming at both ends of the ice in flurries. That's another 2 goals in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Francis scored his 5th. Derek King gets his 2nd. How do you figure it out? Here's 2 teams that couldn't get a goal no matter what they did. Beautiful pass by Ray Ferraro. Woo, he says, how about that? I've got 2 in 1 game. I couldn't get any in the first 17 plus. Look at the pass by Ferraro fighting off a check.
King with an assist to go with 2 goals tonight. 2 goals, 9 assists in his playoff career. This is his 19th Stanley Cup playoff game in his career. And at the 12-11 mark of this 3rd period, he has given the Islanders a 6-5 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. There's the time remaining in regulation play. Ferraro and Norton with the assists on that goal. Don't go away. What else could happen? Is that one of those chewy little devils, or is that something else that Gord Brosiker got rid of? Well, we got a moment here. Our best wishes to a good friend, Tommy Farrell, who has been on the staff of the Harry M. Stevens Company here at the Coliseum for several years. Tuned in tonight. Some health problems. Hurry back. Get well, Tom. We all miss you and your expertise. You know what we mean. There's another Tom who has had a lot of work. Faced 39 shots from the Islanders tonight. 6 have gotten by him. It was scoreless at the end of the first. The Islanders fortunate to lead 2-1 at the end of the 2nd period. Hard to believe it's now 6-5, and here they come again. Hogue with a rising shot. It got behind Barrasso, but not across the goal line in that 6-foot wide space. Meantime, Straka back the other way, takes the pass from Tocchet, leans back to the net center, but to nobody in a black uniform. Then Murphy pinched in. Healy checked as he went out of the net. Loney can't center it. David Volek plays it up off the boards. Murphy puts it deeper in the Islanders' zone. Offside is called against Pittsburgh. The Islanders lead the Penguins 6-5. Playoff hockey on Sports Channel.
Excuse me, that's the shots on goal, but something going on in here. Boy, these people are really revved up. No one can tell me that the wave is outdated.
It's flowing around the Coliseum. Full moon, I suppose, may have a little bit to play in this, huh? What a wild night. 6-5, the Islanders leading the Penguins as Brad Delgarno gets the puck into the Pittsburgh zone. Pulls up on left wing, went to center one that Murphy picked off. He sent Francis into the middle. A pass to Kevin Stevens. Molotov knocks it away from him. It'll be picked up by Delgarno. Cleared it to the line. Knocked down and back with a play stoppage here. Let's get an observation or two from ice side where Stan Fischler is standing by.
Well, Judge, the Islanders now just have to make sure that they clear the zone. Glenn Healy has to be able to pass that puck smartly along the boards. What I see right now is an Islander team that's very determined. I might add that Rich Pilon has said that he will be ready to play in Pittsburgh. Jiggs?
Boy, that's going to be an interesting decision for Al Arbor, isn't it? When Richie's ready to play, you know that he'll want him in the lineup. Who does he take out?
Hey, listen, not to be a pain in the neck, but I thought this was a smoke-free place. How about that guy with the cigarette behind Stan? Where's the ushers?
Was it lit?
Oh, no, it might have been a pencil or a pen.
Oh, I tell you, 6:50, the time remaining in the third period. This isn't over, 6-5, 8 goals in the third period is just a 1 goal shy of a Stanley Cup record for most of the period. Here's Stanton. Healy knocked it down. It's loose, rolling toward the goal line, and fished out of there by Brian Mullen. He's backhanded it off the glass and down the ice. That close. Racing against the New York Islanders. Good play by Mullen.
Well, the Islanders got caught. They gave the puck away. That almost cost them the tie once again. They can't afford to be sloppy. They've come back to get the lead, and here's the puck trickling toward the goal line. Goharski behind the net, and Mullen, Brian Mullen, that's Stanton. There's the shot. Healy thought he had it. Yager keeps the play alive as he does so often. Look at the check. Wow, what a timely hit on Ron Francis. Mullen backhands it down the ice. The Islanders can't keep icing it either. They don't want this machine of the Pittsburgh Penguins to stay on top of them in their own end of the ice.
Fitzgerald and Mike Needham on the face-off here. The Islanders won the draw, then Tom Curvers finds 2 black shirts right on him. And Rick Flatley can't move it up out of the zone. Fitzgerald goes after it with Needham. Out of battle. Fitzgerald trying to move the puck. Does. In comes Joey Mullen. Plays it around the boards. Off Samuelson at the left point. Puts it back in the net. Joey Mullen trying to drag it out. Pitched off and taken to the boards nicely by Norton. The Islanders cleared out to center. Back quickly on the puck is Stanton. Ferraro on him. Stanton with a pass here that's across 2 lines. Getting it to Daniels offside. Exactly 6 minutes remaining in the third period.
What a game that Jeff Norton's having, Jiggs, at both ends of the ice. Particularly in the early going, he helped the Islanders' offense get some of those good scoring chances. He had one of his own. And how about the toughness in his own end of the ice, something that he's been looked upon for and hasn't delivered. And now he delivers it. There's what you look at, stoning escape. Flatley has stripped an edge, thrown a shoe, as they say. Gets a quick sharpening at the bench. But Jeff Norton on Joey Mullen a moment ago rode him off the puck, took him off into the side, finished the check, knocked him down.
Thomas, Hogue, and Volek up front. Troop and Kasparaitis on defense. Tippett with Mullen and McEachran for Pittsburgh. Ramsey and Murphy, their defense pairing. This is Murphy. Lays it up the middle of the ice. They go to the right now to Joey Mullen. Tippett goes to the front of the net. The pass to Ramsey, who had jumped in on the play. Tip it back of the goal. Gets checked by Kasparaitis, who would come out. Out of Thomas. Steve Thomas. Get it off the boards. Murphy back. The Penguins change on the fly here. It's Ramsey to Mullen. Joey Mullen to Troy Loney. Big shot. Glove save by Healy. Puts it back to the net for Coop. Leaves it for Kasparaitis, and the Islanders will come up the right side. The pass off the boards was behind Thomas. Murphy with it. Tried to go cross ice. That's tipped and on into the Islanders zone. Huey Coop turns. Loney pinching in on him. King over to help, and Coop turns to find the loose puck, and then up to Flatley. Left side for Benoit Hogue. Hogue over the line. Flatley goes in after the puck. Tried to center, but couldn't get it through off Samuelson. Loney waits for it over on the left wing. Up ahead goes Straka. Loney is shot it into the zone. Healy tips it back to the net for Vasky. Snuck away neatly from the check of Straka and ran into Loney. Flatley trying it off the boards. And now it's taken right back to the boards and held for a face-off. The Islanders lead this game by a score of 6-5.
Mario Lemieux sits and waits. Waits for the next power play. Will it come? Islanders hope not.
The Islanders have won the draw on their end of the ice. Vasky up to Delgado. Got it to the blue line. Stevens back on it here. Got checked. Loose puck, but Yager is back quickly. Hammer Yager gave it away, and Vasky dumps it down the ice. A little too much on it, and it'll be an icing call as Samuelson went back to touch. Almost got a hit from linesman Gord Brosser, who came over to apologize to Ulf.
Solid Ulf Samuelson. Never see a guy like him out of position, or at least I never see him that far out of position. Makes very few mistakes at his own end of the ice. Players can rely upon a defenseman like Samuelson. They can almost make a blind pass to his position and know that he'll be there.
Gets a rest, some refreshment at the bench. Murphy and Ramsey will be the defense pairing now for Scotty Bowman's Penguins. Francis in the middle, Stevens on the left, Yager on the right. Travis Green with Brad Delgarno and Claude Loisel for the Islanders. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third period. Vasky and Molotov, the Islander defense pairing. Vasky is shifted over to the right side. Yager and Loisel shoulder to shoulder. Now Loisel backs away at the bottom of your picture. Well, actually going up toward the right side there. Loisel stepped in, couldn't get the puck. Green did. Gave it to Vladimir Molotov. Left side to Loisel. Trying to play it away from Murphy. It went to Yager instead. Yager handling it here. Molotov stayed right with him. This is Francis centering. Loose puck in the doorstep. And what a stop by Healy. Man, oh man, did Yager have a chance to tie this game again. Green slaps it around the boards and out towards center ice. Best stop of the night for Glenn Healy, and he's made some beauties prior to this. Here's Yager back into the Islanders' zone. Coop takes him to the corner. He one-handed it out in front. Flatley gets to the puck. Back of the goal. Around to Coop. Looks up ahead. Gave it to Travis Green. He steps over center ice. Green into the high slot. The pass to Flatley. Turns with it now. Back to Coop. His shot doesn't get through Murphy. Flatley turns. Centers. Green had fallen. Mullen with a shot. That hit the defenseman Ramsey. Shook him up. Meantime, Francis moves the puck to center with 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third period. It's Kasparaitis bringing it back. Shot it wide of Tom Barrasso, Flatley and Joey Mullen there together, and the Penguins come up ice. McEachran leading the rush. Sean McEachran dropped it back. A backhander from Straka is turned aside, and the Islanders will clear the zone. Chasing it back is Ulf Samuelson. Samuelson to Straka. Around the boards in the Islander end. Healy up to cut it off for Molotov. Vladimir Molotov feeds Derek King. Long pass toward Thomas. Over on right wing. It jumped away from him. He gets to it now, but it's offside as he touches it. Clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third period.
That's a tough break for the Islanders, Steve Thomas. He's really mad. He's a little mad at himself. Just upset at a bad break. The Islanders trying to break out of the hole that Pittsburgh have had them in their own end of the ice. Jaromir Jagr, watch the save that Healy makes. There's the puck in front of him. Jagr grabs it. Now he goes to the backhand. Healy somehow got his stick out. Then he got his hand out on the rebound twice. Jaromir Jagr with scoring chances, a chance to tie it up. There's the puck in front of the net. Here's Jagr. There's his backhand shot. Stopped by Healy. Beautiful stick save by Glenn Healy.
We know there is a Game 5 in this series. That had already been decided, and it's Monday night in Pittsburgh. We'll have it for you at 7:30 on Sports Channel. If the Islanders win this game, excuse me, there will be Game 6 on Wednesday night here at the Coliseum. No matter the outcome of Game 5, there will be a Game 6. If the Islanders can protect this 6-5 lead or extend it. Hogan Tippett, a little premature fencing, and linesman Pat DiPuzzo will let Tippett remain as the faceoff man, and he won the draw. Then Stanton has it knocked off his stick by Thomas. Samuelson back. Burns in front of Barrasso, looks up ice, the pass to Tocchet. Norton knocked it away. That will go into the penalty box where the off-ice officials from Philadelphia are working here tonight. And at Buffalo, let's get you updated on what's happened. The Sabres have come back to tie the game. 9.2 of a second left in regulation. Himmelev scores the goal for Buffalo. The Canadians had missed an empty net just prior to that, and Buffalo comes right back, and with an extra attacker, ties the game at 3, trying to stave off elimination. Playing without Pat LaFontaine tonight, and of course you know that Alexander McGillney broke his leg in Game 3. Huey Krupp has dumped the puck into the Pittsburgh zone. Stanton right up here with Thomas. Tippett moves it up the left wing boards. Here's Troy Loney. Loney to Stanton. Checked by Thomas, who came back smartly. Esperantis will clear it out. It hits Tippett, bounces to the Islander line. He plays it. That puts it offside. Now with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, and your team down by a goal. Does Mario Lemieux get to play at 5-on-5 hockey?
Interesting point, Jakes. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure if the goaltender gets pulled, you'll see Mario Lemieux come out onto the ice.
There he is, the big guy.
We should also add that as he sits there, it hurts him just as much not to be playing. He'd be there if he could be.
Been used only on the power play, assisted on Stevens' power play goal in this third period. The one that got the game tied again. They've finished regulation time at Buffalo, and there will be overtime. We have already established a new NHL playoff record for the most overtimes, and we're not through the second round yet. Is that a commentary? Is that an indication of the parity that exists amongst these playoff teams?
Well, you just wish you could be in more than 1 or 2 places at a time with all this wonderful hockey going on. Although we're not disappointed with any of the games that we've seen in these 2 series so far.
Not for a moment. The Islanders won the draw. Vasky has given it to Malika. Steps over center and shoots it in. Ryan Mullen chasing it. Rosso plays it up over his head. And Murphy moves it across to Shell Samuelson. Fires it off the boards. Healy out of the net to handle it for the Islanders. The Penguins get to it first. Francis shoots. That's blocked in front. Yager on a turnaround. Now Stevens tees it up and shot it wide. Vladimir Malakov up off the boards. Away from Murphy and down into the Pittsburgh zone. Will there be an icing? The answer is yes. 1 minute and 36 seconds remaining in the third period.
What a good scoring opportunity for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kevin Stevens couldn't get turned around quickly enough. The puck laid there for what seemed to be much too long in the eyes of Glenn Healy. And there's the Francis shot from point-blank range. It never reached the net. Yager turned and fired it. It was stopped in front, and there, as Stevens tried to get the shot away, couldn't get turned around all the way, and it was deflected wide. The Islanders finally getting to cover up in front of Glenn Healy.
8 third-period goals in tonight's game, 4 by each team. The Islanders with a 6-5 lead, and the Pittsburgh Penguins have asked for their 32nd timeout. You look along the Islander bench. In some performance here tonight, down 2-1 to the Penguins. A capacity crowd looking on. A scoreless first period. The Islanders got a goal with 16 seconds left in the second period to make it a 2-1 hockey game after Pittsburgh had scored the first goal. And then it has been so seesaw through this third period, back and forth.
Amazing when you think, Jigs, excuse me, that you could never draw the game plan for this, thinking that these two teams that just do not score a whole lot of goals so far in the playoffs would break loose. I mean, major league break loose in the third period.
Scotty Bowman with Barry Smith on his right, your left, the blue shirt. Rick Patterson over on the right side.
Suppose that's got to be. There's Mario Lemieux, and you have to know that the net is empty down at the other end, and it is. Suppose once you get into the pattern, you get into that flow, wide open hockey, end-to-end action, and it's hard to stop it. It's hard to get out of it.
So Barrasso is on the bench for an extra attacker with 1 minute and 36 seconds left in regulation time. Islanders 6, Penguins 5. It'll be Yager, Tocchet, Stevens, Francis, Lemieux, and Murphy. For the Islanders, Fitzgerald, Flatley, Travis Green, with Huey Krupp and Darius Kasparaitis on defense. Francis and Green on this faceoff. The linesman talking to them. Now Pat DePuzzo ready to put the puck in play. Gets people in position. The draw won by the Islanders as they stepped up and have cleared the zone. Back on it is Murphy. Now to Tocchet. One touched it, but right to Kasparaitis. Off the boards to Flatley. Goes to the right side. Banking it into the Pittsburgh zone. Francis drops back. Fitzgerald into forecheck. Al Arbor changing up, getting Loisel out to replace Green. Meantime, Larry Murphy with a long pass toward Yager. Kasparaitis slows him up and Flatley clears it. Can't get it to Fitzgerald cleanly. And back to Flatley in the Islanders zone. Over to Krupp. Huey Krupp finds a seam down the ice toward an empty net. Murphy dropped back with less than a minute to go in regulation. Here they come. Mario Lemieux checked by Loisel. Francis can't get a shot away. Now cross ice. Lemieux gave it away to Flatley. Murphy blocked that shot. Murphy to Lemieux. Mario Lemieux can't get it through Krupp. Kasparaitis failed to clear it. Here's Yager with a shot. Changed direction. Hit the pipe. Flatley nudges it up ahead to Fitzgerald. Got it out of the zone with 33 seconds. The time ticking in the bottom corner of your picture. Penguins take a little time, spread it out. Murphy drives it in off the boards. Healy cuts it off for Kasparaitis. Turns it toward the corner. Tocchet pinching in on Flatley. Krupp is there. Can't get a stick on it. Lemieux, Yager did to Lemieux. Centers. Murphy a backhander. Healy the save with 12 seconds left. Now some pawing and pushing between Tocchet and Kasparaitis. 12.3 of a second left.
What a stop by Glenn Healy, Jigs. Beautiful timing as he dropped down on both knees. The Islanders in big trouble, running around. There's the feed to the front of the net. Stevens missed it. Murphy, the backhand, the deflection by Francis, and what a stop by Glenn Healy. You have to get yourself in the right place, and he went gambling. And he came up big. It was a deflection. Stevens missed it. Murphy, look at this beautiful pass. There's the deflection. Everybody looking for it to be in the net. It wasn't. It was in the midsection of Glenn Healy. What a job. Think back to the play by Yager earlier that Pittsburgh could have tied the score with, but Healy beat him. Islanders, they take a timeout with 12 seconds remaining in the hockey game.
And I remind you that if the Islanders win, there will be Game 6 assured in this series. It would be here at the Nassau Coliseum on Wednesday night at 7:30. Game 5 is scheduled in Pittsburgh on Monday. We have it for you on Sports Channel at 7:30. Imagine what Scotty is saying at this point, Ed.
It's something that he's said many times before during the season, either to try and break a tie or tie up a hockey game. But I keep remembering. Let's take another look at the save by Healy on Jaromir Jagr. Here comes Jagr out from behind the net, grabs the puck, and that backhand shot, Healy somehow, with somebody laying on his right leg, was able to get his stick and glove out in front of the backhander by Jaromir Jagr. There's Francis. This was a few minutes ago. Pittsburgh with this opportunity to tie the score, and Jagr is stopped by Glenn Healy. Beautiful save by Healy. He just made another one off a deflection by Ron Francis.
Now they square for the faceoff. Green and Francis. Crockett, Stevens, and Murphy to the right of Francis. Jogger to the left. Lone man back is Mario Lemieux. Flatley, Fitzgerald, and Green, the forwards for the Islanders. Group and Kasparaitis on defense. The draw comes back to Lemieux. Mario Lemieux from a sharp angle. Healy's got it in the pads. Lemieux went right after any chance of a rebound, too, didn't he?
Did you notice also there's no confrontation in front of the net with Mario Lemieux? He shot the puck, he charged to the net looking for the rebound. There was no pushing and shoving from Mario Lemieux. He's above all that. Here he comes off the wing. There's the shot. Healy stopped it. Not only stopped it, but look at here. Healy puts his glove up because he wants to protect himself. Then he realizes it's Lemieux, and he puts his glove down.
Fans chanting defense. Once more, Green and Francis on the draw, and it's knocked away by Fitzgerald. Stevens from the point. Troop blocks it. That'll do it. The Islanders have won Game 4. The series is tied 2 games each. Now a scrum out at the blue line as the Islanders go back to congratulate Healy. Players off the benches.
Somebody got speared in that melee. And I know that Tommy Fitzgerald was involved, I believe, on the taking end of it all. Wow, look at Flatley take a couple of punches from Murphy. What a shame.
Such a great, entertaining playoff game as this. Ends in the scrum and center ice. Kasparaitis being restrained. He watches from a distance. Murphy and Flatley are throwing punches now. Krupp and Stevens. Tangled up here at the bottom of your picture. There's Murphy. And a commentary from the fans being hurled in this chant toward the Penguins. The linesman, DePuzzo, and Brossiker getting the Islanders cleared from their bench and off toward the dressing room. Glenn Healy made some fantastic stops tonight again. 28 shots for the Penguins. 40 by the Islanders. And your final is 6-5, and the series is tied 2-2. I think there'll be some penalties here at the end of the game, no doubt.
There will be, Jakes, but you know there's something that I think we haven't seen here in a long, long time. Not many fans had left this building, if any at all, leading down, coming on down to the end of the hockey game. It signals support for this hockey team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs and have now tied the series at 2 games apiece with the defending champions.
Yeah, it really does. I said earlier, I believe in the Washington series, that the new Ice Age has officially arrived. And tonight, the Islanders have taken another step toward maturity with a 6-5 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the series is tied 2 games each, going back to the Bird.